is up, everybody? Alright, more, what is it, Saber Wars? Yeah, that's the one. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. But yeah, PogChamp is dead, so we're gonna have to, like, make our own. Twitch axed it. And for, like, those that don't know why, basically, you know, you got the riot, you know, that happened yesterday, and then, like, the guy that's responsible for PogChamp, he basically said, like, the woman that died was like a martyr or something, and then so, you know, he axed it. And like, you know, I think the riots are dumb and wrong and stupid, and you know, I don't condone them in the slightest, and I don't agree with anyone that does, right? But I was just, you know, I don't know how I feel about them axing the emote. Generally, I would say, you know, I say, you know, separate the art from the artist and that kind of thing. There are limits to that, though, and I don't know if that hits the limit or not, so... It doesn't really matter, though, because it's, you know, it's subjective, it's their company, they can do what they want, and it's certainly in the realm of what makes sense, so, you know, I'm not gonna make a big deal about it one way or the other. But I do generally say separate the art from the artist, and I don't like being the thought police. Because as far as I'm aware, and I may be wrong, as far as I'm aware, it's not like the guys, you know, said that rioting was good or anything like that, but yeah, no more PogChamp, or a few of the other emotes related to it as well. But I mean, I removed the stuff related to it as well because I mean, I don't want to get involved. Like, it's just an emote. Fuck it. There's a million other emotes that can take its place. So, all right, let's get some of these wanted quests done. Because, like, you know, I do think Twitch often, I really mean this, I think Twitch often is overly, you know, like, politically correct and things like that. Like, those words they banned recently, I think that was just stupid. So they often, I think, they go too far with that kind of thing. But in this case, like I said, I think it's, you know, I don't know if I would have done it or not, but I don't think this is one of those instances, like with all those, the words they just banned, I think was really, really dumb. I don't really think this falls under that category, right? So, you know, I'm not like freaking out because they removed the emote or anything. Alright, I think this, I've actually done this one quest on my main. I think it drops bronze mats. Let me, summon somebody. Let me whip out my phone here. Gotta min-max our profits here. Or we should just solo. Maybe we just solo. I think this is Rice Man. What would be a fun unit to solo Rice Man with? He's a Saber, so not an archer. Let me look at my main here. That's not very nice, Rex. MHX, she'd probably have a pretty easy time here, I think. I don't think Master Coup could do it unless he was grailed out the wazoo. What about... I want to try Karna. I haven't used him too much, but it's so hard to find anyone that's got his skills maxed. I need to just max my own Karna skills. I've been wanting to save the gems. Oh, I got one. AoE and neutral. No command codes right now, which might... Oh wait, no, that's not. I was gonna put up a Lancer. That's not neutral. That is not neutral, excuse me. That's being counterclassed. Yeah, you could give Lancers the damage CE, but I kind of want to try... I want to try a Saber. I'm just trying to think who... All of my Sabers are AoE, which makes it rough. Oh yeah, Ace has Saber Karna. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Alright, let's see what, default or Atlas? I'm gonna go default. Hey, Looking Glass, thank you for the bits. But yeah, I thought it was really humorous when the Newt Pog Champ, everybody was like, it's time, like the Komodo Dragon emote, everyone was like, it's our time. It was pretty funny. I actually like that emote more anyway. I think the thing what holds that emote back, and I think this will always hold that emote back, is its name. It's not spammable, right? No one thinks Komodo, right? Like it's just they need to change the name of it and that'd make it way easier to use. I think that's the main reason you don't see it that much, is just the name is too whack. But it's a really good emote. Like I like it. Yeah, the second that drama started, there was a bunch of people being like, it's our time! Keep forgetting to set my playlist to random. But yeah, I think people really miss nuance sometimes, and they act like, you know, it's always all or nothing. Oh. Wait, what? What gets rid of the? Why is he an archer again? Do you have to? I guess it's a certain card type. If you use a certain card type, he becomes his normal class. So you'd have to never. We are so fucked now. You'd have to never use that card type. I don't know what card type it was. I wasn't paying attention. All right, hold on. That means Canis could do this really easy then, and she wouldn't even need the. Wouldn't need the name CE. Okay, that means we can do Romulus if we want to. Class advantage is a myth, yeah. Feels bad, wanted to use Karna, and we might still be able to use Karna, you just have to never use whatever card type it is. I'll check in this one to see. But yeah, people like, I don't know how to describe this. It's kind of like, they feel like you have to be on one side or the other no matter what the circumstances are, where I'm always like context is king, and like they try to equate removing PogChamp with like some of the other ridiculous things Twitch does, like with the words they banned recently. But it's like, they're really not the same thing, right? And you know, I let people, you know, they can have their own opinions on if it's reasonable or not, but there's no world where those things are equivalent, right? Like they're just not. Like the context is very different. So like on the one hand, you can be like, yeah, those words Twitch banned were really dumb, and that's going too far, and I still think it's fine to remove PogChamp, right? So. Alright, I bet you can tell what it is. It's just Buster. So if you wanted to use Karna, you'd have to never use his Buster. He could probably win that way. Hi. Oh wait, now we're, fuck, that's too easy, because now we're counterclassing. Man, why are Lancer and Saber always the two classes I like the most? And this stage is just horrible for both of them, because one, it's, you know, we'll do it with Karna then, and we'll just try to see if we can win without ever using a Buster card. That's kind of interesting anyway. That's so annoying though, yeah, with a Lancer, then it becomes like a joke battle, and you'll just destroy him. Trying to get value out of my units here. Man, Finn has been Sansened like 3 times in this stream already. Okay, Buster bad. It's gonna be hard to get normal card damage if we never get to Buster, but we'll just focus on NP gain. Come on, give me quick cards. Well, is that good enough? I'll say yes. Punch him! Sound effects are messed up. Great. So what's sad is just to do that 51k, normally we could get that done really quick with our buster cards, but because we can't use our buster cards, I should have cast this earlier. It might be a problem getting through that health bar. Come on, everything crit. Give me a triple crit here. Nope. Damn it. Yeah, if we maybe if it was a double crit that might have worked, but triple probably. Do INT here. Well, Rice Man does not hit very hard. That's kind of disappointing. I should break. Hey, Yellow, thank you for the sub. Okay, easy. Wow, he helps you with his break bar. Okay, then he kind of just like about one-shot us, so okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I guess he gets that attack buff, so he hits way fucking harder now. Okay, we need to win pretty quick. You're not as bugged that time. One more MP and we win, I think. I think we're gonna lose. Wait, what if there's the I'm trying to I wonder if the second you use Buster it gets rid of it, because if we can kill him with a Buster and he's dead, then I don't care. But if we do like Buster first and then that removes it and we don't get to do the other attacks, we won't be able to kill him this turn. Oh, fork. So this is where we should not have used our evade until the second health bar. He didn't do enough damage in the first health bar for it to be worth it. I gotta kill him this turn. And I have no buffs. If I had buffs, I could probably do it. I mean, maybe he won't kill me, but I think he's going to kill me. Well, RNG, please. That's not gonna be nearly enough. Not even close. Okay, looks like that's really good to know though. It doesn't actually turn his class off until after. Okay, so I could have done like Buster, Art Buster, or something. That's really good to know. Okay, let's try that one more time. That's actually pretty tricky just because he does hit so hard in the second health bar. This is pretty fun to do with now see, not Virgil would have no problem here because he can just see blue press blue all day and he doesn't care. It's no big deal. I almost want to do Atlas. That's rather merciful of them, though, that he doesn't turn back into his other class until the turn is over. Although they probably didn't even intend it because, you know, they're not. I don't think they expect you to do this with a class that's gonna have like a hard time with it. So. I just doing Buster through front walls and running everything. Alright, George. Man, this would be such a good hand, but it's not. This is actually pretty tough with Karna, man. Not using your Buster cards is not great. I like how we've done like nothing damage-wise so far. This is where like the easy way to solo it is you just don't use, you know, a Saber obviously, and you don't carry it back to an archer, but that's 55 stars, dude. You have to spam Buster? Could you, like, not do that? Can I break this turn? Like, crit? Yeah, I'll try to. Man, we're still gonna lose. He did way too much damage there. I think that mouse command code is to Star Absorb, not crit damage. Well, we did break at least. No kill, no, don't you. I needed to have the health to live another turn, but I don't think I'm going to. I might need to do Atlas then. Guys, don't worry, we got Buster up and crit up. That'll really help on this turn. So, you know what? I'm pretty sure MHXX does not get her Saber bonus against him. I actually want to test that because I was wondering how that works with like the original class and whatnot, and I think how it is if like, for example, with his class being changed here, let's say he was originally a Saber, not an Archer, and his class was being changed to a Writer for the story or whatever. I think her thing would work. And I think on Riceman here, even though he is a Saber, it would not. Now, I've not tested that, so we should test that. Okay, actually, I think we win. I think I win this turn. Because even though we'll turn it back into an Archer, again, it's after damage. So let's see if we win, and then I'll yeet the app, and we'll see if how MHX works. Because this is a great time to test it.
1, 2 いい組み立てだそうしよう
This is gonna be close. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Karna, no. That's not enough damage, Karna. Well, we're dead. We probably were dead anyway, but now we're really dead. Would you care to buff 2 more times? No? Didn't think so. Huh? 11,000. Very nice. Tough, man. Alright, let's whip out MHX X and see what we get. I assume Lost is ready. Yep, okay. So her NP is where the bonus damage is, and if you get it, you see that little, like, you know, damage plus icon thing. Okay, no Buster. Actually, we don't care if we use Buster, except until we NP. Like, after we NP, it's fine. Before NP, we don't want to do it. I said that in reverse, but you know. Okay, one of the she's an event servant? I mean, I guess that makes sense because MHX is like a big part of the story. But so we'll have to see 2 of that icon for it to mean we're getting our bonus damage. Because we're going to see 1 no matter what. You know what I want to try soon? Now that respecking is free, I need to get my Lancelot on my main account all set up, Saber Lancelot. And now that he can have Star Absorb and more Star Bomb and stuff, I want to see how much damage he can get in a solo context. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's just do this. Slow-mo so we can see better. Now her command code I expect will work. Slide turn for her, by the way. Yep, she did not get it. You know, her Saber bonus damage does not work on that. I wonder if they intended it to work like that, or if it's just like some oddity in the code, right? Like the game knows what his class is supposed to be, and that's what it rates off of. Because, you know, enemies' classes have changed for all kinds of reasons in the story and events and challenge quests and blah, 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 blah. And I'm assuming anytime someone's class is originally Saber, she'll get the bonus damage, whatever, no, regardless of what their class is in the content. And if they're forced into being, you know, Saber, then it still doesn't work. The command code got it. Yeah, that's strange. I wonder if that's intentional or what. I mean, that's just a given, Rex. Kind of funny though, because of her event bonus, it's not like she'd have a hard time here anyway. Alright, what Saber do we want to give a shot here? Kinda needs to be a non-buster one. Art will probably be the easiest, right? Like, C blue, press blue is like a lot more effective than C green, press green in a solo. Although I'm pretty sure Choco Jana there would be able to do it really easy regardless. I feel like not Virgil is just too easy, right? Like, that'll be so fucking easy with him because he does not care if he has to skip out on his buster card, right? And Saber's Sitting Master, like, they're the same thing. Like, they're both super boring. Of course both of them are gonna work. Like, they both have a lot of survivability and damage, and they get all their damage from just seeing blue cards anyway. Dear Mud is a cool one if anyone's got one worth a fuck, because I don't think mine is worth a fuck. Mine's like 10, 8, 6 or some shit. I don't remember what it is exactly, but mine's not like done because ult account. Like nobody really ever gets Dear Mid, let alone leveling his skills. I should though. I kind of just keep forgetting to level him on my ult. But yeah, I don't think anybody has one, and Ziggurat would have no chance because Ziggurat is completely buster based, so that's never gonna work ever. The twins would work, but that's also really boring. I don't think Jason could do it at all. I think he would get obliterated. If Karna had that much trouble who's single target, Jason who's AoE would just get absolutely destroyed. Grailed Caesar would be nice, but I don't think anyone has one of those. Can we get a Darius animation update, by the way? I've been wanting to grail him for a while, and if he could get like a good animation update, that would really seal the deal there. Gwen would have a really bad time. Gwen is all about them buster. It's actually not even possible for him not to use a buster card in a solo. Like, he literally cannot do it. Because he's only got 2 cards in his deck that aren't buster, so you would guarantee death there. Mordred is a big no-go because she's buster. Most people you want to find like that middle ground where you have to like really use the unit properly to win, but like all I can think of is units that have no chance of doing it, or units that it's going to be completely boring and irrelevant. Vinny would be cool, but nobody has Vinny. Saber Tomoe could be alright. I don't think she could win though because she's AoE. The thing is, if you do this with a non-Saber, there's like, who cares? It's like, wow, you used your buster card, and now he's neutral, and you beat a boss who's like 300k at neutral. That's not interesting. It's wasteful. Void Cheeky would be good. I don't know if anyone has a... Does Beastly, do you have a Void Cheeky? Because that's kind of an interesting one. Honestly, though, I think AoE Sabers are just, like, going to get so wrecked here. Unless they're like Choco Jana, right? And they're just, really, really, really disgusting. I guess the one helpful thing to Void Cheeky is the fact that she does have a lot of soft survivability, which is actually good here. So if Summer Tomoe was gonna work, I don't think you'd want to be 999. I don't think that would. She'll be really pushing it. We'll try Void Cheeky. I think that's a pretty good one. Almost want to do, yeah, we'll do Atlas because it's more about surviving a large number of MPs than anything. Unless she has the heal boost command code. No, she has no command code. I would say if she had the heal boost command code, I would probably go with default because it works on that as well. She might need that though. I think she might need another twins would be too easy. Like all that, you know, LOL, I loot my MP with quicker art. I mean, it's just a nothing burger. Like it's not, it's like wow, who would have thought they could win? You know, 300k at neutral. Like it's silly. Yeah, she might need the heal boost command code. I can see that. But she's gonna need to be able to last a while. Because, you know, AoE. Yeah, some good music right here. Everyone knows. Okay, wow. What? You know? Okay, you know, we're just gonna sneak that in here. There was no way to not hit him with a buster there. It's impossible. Now you might wonder why didn't I give her NP, because that's cheating, right? That's getting a lot of value there. For this, I just keeping myself having to reset. Okay. She does have a very hard-hitting AoE NP for like the one turn that she has her buffs up, but then after that it's not that great. Well, we're screwed. That's gonna take a lot of turns right there. Like you lose so much damage doing combos like this. It's the most damage you could do this turn, by the way. She should break here. We'll try her one more time with the command codes. I think that might be enough. The 28k, it's pretty, whatever at that point. She just doesn't have that high of attack stats, so... I wonder if the heal boost works on the heal he gives you. It probably does. So you'd heal for 1,500 there. Maybe I should have saved that. Maybe I should let those come back naturally, then use Atlas, because he's going to evade at some point, and having Pierce Invulnerability to skip that turn is pretty big. Actually, for an AoE, 28k at NP2 is not as bad as you think. It's not amazing, of course not, but a lot of AoE NPs that are neutral, obviously. I'm not gonna do that much damage. I mean, they'll be probably doing more. Like, I think Mordred at NP2 would definitely do more than that, but wow, we already died? What the fuck? He does so much damage, Jesus! Alright, we'll give her one more go. Did not tank enough there. There we go. I like how you put nothing on the Buster cards because you were not even going to use them. That was probably correct there. shit, it's on now. Whoops, I totally just fucked up my playlist. Oh my god, dude, YouTube's playlist is so fucked right now, like, it's like just not working properly at all. Oh my god, dude. Like, it won't even load, like, properly, so it doesn't, like, have autoplay anymore and stuff, like, it's so fucked up. YouTube, please. It's seriously not hard. What the fuck? Why is this so messed up right now? Good enough. Anyway, well, this is a hand. I swear, if she gets her Buster cards again. Don't do it, game. Oh my god, dude! Okay. She got her in P though, and that's like legit. Like she got it like on her own there. So we got it. What a stupid fucking. Oh god, what a great combo right now. I didn't taunt. Are you fucking kidding me? And he, okay. I like how he triple attacked her, right? Way to go, champ. One of these days. The thing is, like, Leonidas has 2 Buster cards, and then she has 2 Buster cards, so I actually think now George has 2 Buster cards too. There's really no like kill order I can do here that's gonna be good for us. Getting her MP on turn 1 is good though because it just gives you more options, or turn 2, excuse me, to not use the Buster card. George has 1 Buster? Does he? Because he has 2 art. I know he has 2 art. Does he have 2 quick? I thought he had 2 art, 2 Buster. Maybe I'm just crazy. If that's the case, I should be doing it the other way around. Every time! Could you get, you know, some of your other cards? Fuck me, dude. Oh, what a bad start, because now I can't use my skills for a long time, which makes bringing Atlas not good. Max damage combo. Really? Really? I have to switch to default Mystico though. We are so screwed. Like, you can't have like this where you go this many turns without using your skills. Like, that's terrible. Okay, let's see if we can, yeah, George does. I don't know why I was thinking he had 2 Buster, but yeah, he only has 1. I guess we use, like, Shen or... What's her name? Scath. It's just Scath's level 10, so no thank you on that one. I'd use Saber Deermid if we had one worth a fuck, but all the ones we have were not worth a fuck.
守ります。呵責なく。
We do that.
やっておしまいなさい。
男どう？
強くアタック。まさか私が。
Dear God, dude. I just, it's crazy. Like, this hand has sucked every single time. Like, Jesus. Because I don't have to use a buster this time.
やっておしまいなさい。 ひらめきましたぞ。
Okay. For the love of God. Just insta-kill forehead, no problem. I will say, like, with art up and attack up, you would think she'd do a little bit better than that, but look at that double crit fail, by the way. I didn't switch to default again. Oh my God. 7,500 on the heal though. Even an NP2 though, like, that's pretty. Ugh. Well, I guess I do NP here. Besides, if we break, we can see if we make the heal boost work on the thing. Hey, I just wasted 700 SQ, so no thank you. Also, 3 is pretty fun. A lot of people think 3 is harder than 4, but I'm not really sure. Like, I feel like 4 overall, like, that one fight with Limbo and Arjuna is probably harder than a lot of the stuff in 3, but overall, because 3 has so many boss fights that are, like, worth a damn, I think 3 is harder. And then 5-1 is quite easy, but then 5-2 is much harder. I don't have my heal boost right now. And we might need the heal command code instead of the star absorb one. The star absorb one's not going to really do anything anyway because we're not making enough stars. Although there's a good chance it'd be on cooldown right now anyway, hard to say. We gotta really min-max our soft survival. I'd like to get my skills back, then use cooldown reduction, but I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, we'll try it one more time with the heal command code and see if that gets the job done, but this is pretty tough for her. Then we'll see. I think we had a few people in chat say they had pyramid. That was not a disgrace. Jeez. Got a little bit of a missing health there. This sucks using Atlas when you're about to get everything back, though. That sucks, man. We're dead if we don't. She's not that many turns off, but she is several turns off. Why does he hit so freaking hard in this form, dude? It's not about being level 80, it's about skill ranks and that kind of thing. Everybody's like, you know, 999 or 666 or, you know, stuff like that. Alright, we'll give her one more go. And I think that's about it for the tank. We probably need it on the art card, but because I think like the command code on the art card is doing literally nothing, and I definitely see turns popping up where you need to do NP art. We lost indeed. I mean, there's no way to know how big of an attack up he gets because this game doesn't have tooltips. Because, you know, DW. Hmm.
やっておしまいなさい。かけろ、ベイヤード。まだです。では、行くぞ。
Yeah, obviously Saber Deer mid. This would actually be really easy with Lancer Deer mid. You just use a Buster card, and then you're counterclassing a 300k boss, like whoop-de-doo. I guess I NP right now. For once, she actually got her art cards. Really want that extra attack to do better. It's got attack as a 3-of-a-kind bonus, but it's not enough. Okay. I almost used a Buster card out of instinct there. I was like, oh yeah, we'll just do Buster art real quick and, you know, lose the game. I mean, you can use it on the final turn, right? If you're cutting it that close. Can you imagine if we didn't break right there? Although we're wasting the heal, but... It is funny though, he just stole my heal boost when I was at full health, and now I can't use it for the command code, so... What a dick. Oh, it wasn't off cooldown anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. I can use it next turn. Well, that can I'm trying to think if that buys me a turn or if I'm gonna have to use my third skill. This is tough, man. I'm gonna get every little bit of value out of this possible. And I still think we're gonna get screwed here. Well, I have to try to not use the heal this turn, because if I did, we would definitely lose in the long run. See, this is the turn I'm talking about. We need to use our art chain, but we can't. Why you know insta-kill? It's easy, right? Just don't kill me this turn and we actually kind of have a chance. Well, we're dead. He does so much damage, dude. Like, what? At least at neutral anyway. Like, what the hell? Alright, it's Deer Mid time. Let's see who's got the best Saber Deer Mid. See if anybody already sent me one or if we gotta do the whole back and forth thing. Look at all these Muramasas though. Let me remove some people so we have more space. Here, there's. I don't think we have a code for the newbie account. Here's what we'll do. Instead of me adding each one individually, we'll just let them all, you know, send it. And then I'll do one stage with some other unit, and then we'll look at what we got. Yeah, no, it's actually the noob account. I guess I should fix the title. There we go. I fixed it. Alright, hopefully that's enough time. I'll give it 5 more seconds here on screen, and then I'll go do a stage real quick. Normally I would have them send their code in chat too, so I can add them, and then it automatically updates it, but I'm not going to do that this time just because we have like multiple people that have it, so we'll just see which one is the best and go from there. Who do we want to try here? In the meantime, I mean, a lot of these are just like, it's so obvious they'll work, or it's so obvious that they won't, that there's like no point. Let's do one of the, you know what, we'll do one of the other wanted quests and we'll just like blow it up real fast. Although, watch us pick like the one thing, like the one class that won't work. Although when in doubt, you can always do Hercules. You know what, let's do that. That's a surefire way to win here. Rex, imagine Artoria getting the card selection thing that Emiya got, so she could turn her deck into 5 of any card type instead of it having to be a Buster. Oh, that's funny. If you do her thing, she just turns into a Berserker, so it's... no one even cares about that. And this is art. I would actually not hit him with an art card if I could, because of the way, you know, Berserkers work, but it's impossible because this game... yeah, I don't think Herc's gonna have a hard time here, let's be honest. There's no fun to be had on this stage anyway, though. Like, we're turning into a Berserker, so... I like how we had 2 turns in a row where we had to use our cards. Lol, she's trying to remove her own defensive effects because she's used her 3rd skill. Fight's probably not gonna last long enough for that to matter. You better have a spicy gimmick when you break her health bar, otherwise she's in big trouble here. Making all these stars. Take that crit though. Oh, how about that? That's actually a decently spicy gimmick, so if you turn Wonder health bar, I'm guessing she was empty right off the bat. Well, we ain't getting any value out of our health because of that. Sadly for her, I'm pretty sure she's dead already. Floated into the wrong neighborhood indeed. Look, the sound effects are bugged on that too. She's not quite dead. Never mind. I lied. Alright. Let's see who has the strongest Saber Deer mid. Okay, got that was pretty good. Decent command codes too. That actually might be the only one we got. All right, well I guess that's the one then. Let's see how he do. He's kind of like right in the value area that I think is like reasonable for like the. If you're like gonna make a video or something, right? Like otherwise it'd just be like too easy or dumb. We shall see though. Picking defaults. Well, let me look at his skill cooldowns. I hope they buff his NP someday. About all he needs. Okay. 5, 5, 5. Okay, nope, that's Atlas. That's easy. Okay. Very short cooldowns on that one. Alter Ego is a fairly weak class overall. Some of the units that are Alter Ego are very good, but it's kind of in spite of their class. And it works for a few people, but it's not that good of a class overall. Outside of like challenge quests where you fight, you know, a bunch of cavalry classes instead of one specific type. Okay, Buster bad. Imagine if that HP up was percent based. What the fuck? You got one Buster. We have 3 Buster cards in the deck. 3 out of 10. Come on, dude. Guaranteed death right there. Amount of AP I'm wasting on this like garbage. It really is though entertaining trying to do this with a Saber that's not, you know, like LOL, you know, Sitting Master or the Twins or whatever. It's a pretty big handicap. I mean, if you could CS Deer mid if you absolutely did not want to use a Buster card there, but that would be cheating. Now we get no Deer mid cards. I swear, dude. Deer mid having a really hard time right now. I hate that. I hate doing solos on this account. Oh my fucking god, dude. Because this account is it has almost no units that are worth a fuck on its own, and then its taunt walls are really bad. Like, you're more reliant on getting normal cards than you normally would be on the first 2 hands, because it just has Kimlan. I mean, it really just depends, because Atalante Alter is single target and Lancelot is AoE, so it's more to do with that. Because, like, Lancelot, what his thing is, and this is very effective, but what he does is you AoE down a wave or something, or if you're in a challenge quest, you break some health bars, and then you use those stars to do a massive, you know, crit, and, you know, single out someone to just completely blow up. So for AoE stuff, and then where there's like maybe a single target that's a lot more dangerous in it, Lancelot is amazing. Where Atalante Alter is just pure single target, it's just nuke that one thing, right? So it kind of depends, are you looking, like, overall for farming, Lancelot. Like, overall for farming, Lancelot's definitely better. And for definitely some AoE challenge quests, Lancelot is absolutely better. But for like most challenge quests, which are going to generally be more single target oriented, although that's been kind of changing lately, Atalante is better, I would say. But yeah, there's so apples and oranges because there really are a lot of situations that call for single target or AoE for both challenge quests. But I'd say for a lot of accounts, because farming is important, I might favor Lancelot really. But they're both good and they both have their uses. So it kind of depends on what your account needs. You know, how much single target do you have? How much AoE do you have? So we got an actual hand for once. I'm doing that instead of the quick chain because I just want to make sure I get my goddamn NP. I mean, he literally asked about crit berserker, so why would he be talking about crit berserkers if he's talking about Saber Lancelot? Like, those are, and at that point, those units are so unapplicable to each other. Okay, we're gonna get our NP. Oh yes, my favorite crit berserker, Saber Lancelot. I misread things all the time. Like yesterday I read what Rex said is like OC4 when he said OC1, right? Like, cause you know 4 and 1, they're basically the same letter. This little you know, extra line there. Let me think. We want long-term value, so definitely our third skill. Well, maybe not. As much as I'd like to gain rate, maybe do I evade here? How many NPs is the boss going to get off? But I don't want to do the battery yet. No. The rate is on the third skill. The first skill is attack up. Right. Attack up, quick up. Okay, we do first skill then. I think we just don't do the third skill then. But it lasts 3 turns. You know what? I'm literally doing it just for the gain rate. Because it lasts 3 turns, and it will have it back the second it wears off because of Atlas, so yeah, fuck it. I don't even need the defense up. The question is, do I use my second skill? Do I want to crit right now, or would I rather crit next turn? If he can break without it... let's see if we can break right now. Go big. Why does the crit spread have to be like that? Watch him not crit with any of... Watch him not crit at all this turn. Crit! There we go. I would have really liked to double crit this turn because then I would have guaranteed got my NP back, I think. Ultimately, I don't think it was worth it to use my second skill because 1 crit just wasn't like enough to hit any breakpoints. I would have gotten my NP next turn, like after this turn I would have gotten my NP with or without the second skill, so the second skill would have been better now. Well, not really though, we made so many stars. Yeah, I don't think it even matters. Alright, defense up saved me. It's like single target is a lot better when you're in single target situations though, by the way. What a concept. Maybe I could have used my second skill now, if ever, and I would have, I guess, been the time. Yeah, we're looking pretty good here. Also, having 5 turn cooldowns is good because it means I get to do, like, evade, you know, phase tank just once, which is reasonable, and then invulnerability, and then evade again, right? That's so many turns of LOL, I can't die no matter what you do. Wait, who are you talking? Oh, Orion? Yeah, I agree Orion would be worse as Berserker because you're just going to get... the overkill is going to become so irrelevant at that point, right? And then he'll just die faster. So fuck that. Like, the only time him being a Berserker would be better is if you're fighting, you know, a Lancer or a Ruler or something like that. But I would say in most situations he's actually You know, funnily enough, the best class for him would be Ruler. Like, because he's happy enough being a neutral for damage. And so Ruler would make him the tankiest thing possible. So yeah, Ruler would definitely be his best. Now there are certain stages and boss fights where that's not true, and him being a berserker would be good. Because on some challenge quests, the enemies hit so hard, who gives a fuck if you're being counterclassed or not, right? They're probably gonna, like, you know, kill you super fast anyway. And they might actually be really tanky, and sometimes they have high thresholds. You know, Orion can't one-shot anything, right? It's not like he can just always one-shot things. Sometimes the setup doesn't work, you know, the timings don't work out, and some things really are just so fucking tanky. So there are situations him being a berserker would be good, but I'd say more times than not, he's better off not being a berserker. Okay, he's probably going to... Do I try to kill him right now? Because if I don't kill him right now, he's gonna use his evade. That honestly wouldn't be that bad though, because I can live this turn no matter what, and then I can do my defense up again. But I think we could kill him. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see if we can kill him right now. Turn him back into an archer. We got this, no problem. I'm gonna cast this for the gain rate. Fuck him up! Easy. You can't turn back into an archer if you're dead. There we go. That's a unit I enjoyed using that with, because you still had to, you know, play well and kind of get the most value out of them. But now I'm not gonna yeet the app. Guys, we're not. That is not a stage worth keeping around that long. We probably kept it around longer than we should have, really. That was legitimately fun to do though with the Saber, especially one that's not like Sitting Master, Virgil, and so on and so forth. Calamity Jane said something at one point. What do we want to do now? This one's probably quick. You could try the other end of it where you do use a counter class and you try not to turn them, you know, off. But I think that's too easy, because like Robin not using quick, who cares? And then he'll have no problem. Also, that Robin is level 100 with an MLB damage CE, so little dead there on the enemy. Do it, you count. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go the other end. We'll do what we normally don't do, and we're just gonna be as disgusting as humanly possible here. Watch this enemy instead of being quick, instead of being Buster Quick Art, this one's Buster or just Art again. If it was Art again, it'd be such a problem. I guess the super disgusting thing to do would be using Calamity Jane, although she is quick, so that'd be kind of hard. But can't she get like a 300% damage bonus in this event? It's a little good. Oh, hi. So you turn her back. See, look, they're expecting you to turn her back into a ruler, so she has less health. So they give her an extra health bar. So this one is supposed to be harder than the other ones, I think. But yep, it's quick, so we have to just snap. And how are you going to do that, game? Well, you know what? Let's go hard mode. Let's see what happens here. Are you fucking kidding me right now, though? Like, really? Qingong has one quick card. And does it? Yeah, George has one quick card too. No, George has two. George has two. God, dude. Thankfully, we have so much event bonus that we should be all right. If we did not have the event CE, though, I think we would be so dead right now. Maybe I should have done golden roll. I don't over those 2 turns though. I don't think it would have been enough. This is not a good time for my stars. I think I let her punch me in the face. This sucks. Breaking this health bar is gonna suck no matter what I do. You know what? Let's see if we can get some good crits then. Yeah, this turn is gonna super suck no matter what. First, okay, thankfully they do have a poison command code, but I was like, how do you have all of these command codes on a Grailed Robin and you don't have a poison one? But thankfully they do have a poison one. I was about to be real disappointed there, but we're good. Okay, this might look weird, but I'm doing this because at this point, I'm gonna go for the 200%. Maybe I should have done art quick art, and that probably would have still done enough damage. Oh, we got it. I should have done my attack down. Oh my god. The fucking damage though. Just loop forehead. This is where using my third skill would be good, because crits on art cards is a good way to loop. Maybe I should have done the attack up. More overkill, potentially. I'm hoping we'll just get overkill anyway. Nope! Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I think we're gonna die! Yeah, I wanted that to kill so we get overkill on these art cards. Yeah, we might get our NP back. Come on, Martha, don't do Buster. No Buster. Do quick and art, lots of quick art, none of that Buster stuff. Oh good, this has a high hit count on it. Thanks, sucker! Let's hope we have enough damage now. Thankfully she didn't clear her debuffs or anything like that. I'm on, Robin. Grow a big tree. Nice crit. Getting close, but I think he's got it. Oh, yeah, I thought she had more health than that. Woo! Yeah, we were totally dead next turn, by the way. Like, absolutely. All those buffs she had. I probably should have saved that one for a little while. That one was actually kind of a worthwhile one to mess around with. Because if we didn't have that CE, we would have gotten crushed. Although you do have to do wanted quests to like move on. Alright, I think we have more here. Yeah, we do. Okay, this one must just be a Saber, because they don't have another class option. And before regret. Hey look, Martha's back. She switched her clothes real fast. Yep, that's a pure-blooded Saber right there. Huh, no gimmick. That's weird that all the other ones have had gimmicks and this one hasn't. I mean, I expect something's gonna happen when we break his health bar, but no gimmick besides that. This will be tough with no heart survival. A little loud, this song. I wish he'd cast his crit buff on himself so I can remove it and then he'll keep the defense down. Do I want to go ahead and remove Charisma? Don't have Atlas? I'm gonna say no. gonna be really hard with AoE.
リヴァイアさん今人を守りし
I would really like to try Canis at neutral, but none of these things have really been fights where you could really use her at neutral.
カラス君お願い炎を
これをこうし
He does not care to cast any of his buffs right now. Do we have heal boost? Negative, damn. Although I would have just misplayed if we did have heal boost. Probably not gonna be any debuffs in this fight. I'll do this one though.
はいわかりましたええ
Put my NP again. Break with that.
せい光を降らせるなっての
どうだこれをこうして
Okay.
祈ります
At this rate though, I should have used my third skill because it would be back. But I should use it early.
仕方ありません
Mistakes have been made.
わかりましたはいリヴァイアさん今人を守りし
Damn, it's not quite well. I should have done Buster because the Buster up would have applied to the other Buster card and yep, if I had done Buster, Art Buster, we would have broke there. Ah. Why must we make these mistakes?
そういこれをこうして
救いを
This turn is gonna be so bad for us.
わかりま
We're
した
accomplishing nothing.
ええわかりました祈りを
Yeah, Kama is pretty good with the heal plus command code. That's a little good.
降らせるなっての
Ooh, that's a lot of help for AoE and neutral. Look! Okay, that's a gimmick. Well, she's dead. Merry fucking Christmas, by the way. That was a pretty good gimmick there, Caesar. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I need to get like a snack real quick, and then we're gonna have to take that a little bit more seriously, because that's a step up. That's a step up from the other fights a little bit. All right, give me 1 second. Get water too. I got an idea, chat. Give me 1 second. I need to gotta slot some on my main here, but I got a good idea for this. Got some good music here. Let's see, what's CE? Let me slap some basic command codes on here. I almost just faux pod fucking Calamity Jane's quick card, because you know the UI looks exactly the same as the command code one, but thankfully I caught it. I was trying to take her command codes off. Yang CE, I think not on that one. Boy, that's a mistake you can't take back either. Like, that's a rough one. Alright, I'm not gonna put a command code on every card because I don't think he's gonna need it. Watch us get destroyed though. Alright, I'm ready. That took forever, by the way. It's almost like the UI is shit and they really need to improve it. Game, I just logged in. Fine, I'll do it again. Switch out Edmund for Jolter, that way the thing updates. There we go. I might need to use a Gut CE and then default Mr. Code instead. Or we're gonna try it this way because it's fancier. I really thought New Year's was gonna come with some kind of UI fix, but nope.
この戦いが平和へつながることを祈って。
Not the best opening hand.
アタック。はい、いいでしょう。
So I like to point out that peanut butter and jelly is like, you know, really basic kid food, but it's really good, right? Like, it doesn't take much effort to fix, and you get protein, fiber, some amino acid in there, right? Like, and it tastes good, so it ain't half bad. How are you gonna give me this shit of hands twice in a row, game? I generally mix up what kind of jelly I use. That one was just like your typical blueberry, but like, you know, blackberry's good, apple's good, strawberry's good. Alright. Let's see. I want to get 200% overcharge, but we got a little bit of time to accomplish that, and we have our third skill. Okay. You need to break with normal cards, obviously. I need to break this turn, so... Oh, fuck! Oh, yeah, we gotta use default. Yeah, we gotta use default. Because, yeah, he NPs. Shit, you gotta use default and the guts Mystic Code. Damn. Yeah, there's like, I don't think there's any way for that to work. Okay. The only way this works is if we can somehow face tank the NP, but there's no way. There's absolutely no way. And if we had broken sooner, he would already NP, so that's death. Okay, dude, I don't know when they're gonna fix some of the UI stuff. It's crazy that they've gone this long without doing it, so I don't even know, man. I would like to be optimistic, but they make it damn hard to be optimistic about things like that. Okay, this is gonna lower our damage quite a bit. I need to level this CE a lot. But I'm kind of saving up my CE bombs for the Yang CE, even though I'm not going to use it very often in videos because it's so broken. But I want 1 at 100 when it comes back. Okay, round 2. So we need to break on the turn that he has his NP, so his battery, because when you break his health bar, he gets his NP again. But if he already has his NP, who cares? Man, that would have been so cool, because I was going to get Buster crits with Anniversary Blonde, but can't do that now. It's a lot of damage out the window. What is this optimism you speak of as a servant material? Yeah, I know, right? Hopefully Lost Belt 6 is good. That'd be nice. Slightly better opening hand than last time. I like this hand. Oh yeah, we don't have starting NP this time. Do I waste the heal? I think so. It's gonna be hard to get to 200% on this one. I'm glad Arash's animations look really good though. And like I said, it's hard to fuck up Archer animations because you don't have to put that much like effort into them in terms of like animating sprites and stuff, but it still looks good, so I'm happy. So no big deal. Okay. We do, as much as I want to get NP, I need to make sure we break that health bar in time. And we're really pushing it on that because our CE is not helping us too much. Now, critting right now would actually get us killed. If we crit and broke this turn and I didn't cast evade, we're dead. But if I cast evade and we don't break, then I wouldn't have it for the next one, and you know, so there's issues here no matter what I do. I could pick a combo that wouldn't kill here, even if it did crit, but then we might be pushing it on killing him next turn. Tricky. Put the higher Buster crit in the front because I didn't want the heal boost to be wasted on the Arjuna heal because I'm at full health and it wouldn't do anything. I tell you though, that Arjuna command code is awesome. Okay, we absolutely have to break here or we are completely screwed. We should have it, no problem. Yep. Really unnecessary crit, but I don't even care. Watch this battery when his NP's already full. He just drained all of my NP. Okay, buddy.
私は見た
Well, that's enough. Okay, we have to get our NP before he gets his again now. Shit. That means I should have not used my battery, and I should have done the Mysticode heal earlier. Because I could use the battery now. And I really wanted to get to 200%, right? That's the big damage, but we might not have the luxury of that anymore. Caesar, please spam your quick attack, so you know you don't kill me really quick. He has 2 crit ups, that's not scary.
さあ上げていこうか
Oh great, crit chance and crit up. Wow, what are we doing here? I need at least one more turn. Dude, I so should have not, I could do it right now if I swapped the heals around. I just didn't think he was gonna do that.
行くぜ
I can use the heal boost on the Arjuna one, and I'll probably be okay. Is there any world where I can get to 200% now? I don't think so. I might not do the heal boost and just do Art Art.
行くぜ任せな
I'll have faith.
行くぜ
Because he has to hit us, so. Well, I guess he doesn't have to, but he should. Okay, we got a crit. Alright. Oh my god! Whoo, boy! Caesar really wanted blood here. I think we win?
日の糸聖なる主よ
If we don't win, we obviously lose here. Like, we have to win this exact turn. But no, that one Grail, big help here.
将来あれってな
Good voice line. Oh yeah, we got it.
落ちろ
That was actually pretty fun with him having the drain, man. That made it way harder.
こいつをこうしてここまで
Yeah, for a random wanted quest, that was a good time right there.
あれだ戦いを終わらせる英霊だ
I might make that a video. I'm not. It's not quite. I'm not sure. It's like not quite worthy, but it's close. We'll see. I might do it just because I'd like to have some Rash content, because you know, he's cool. The legendary NPBB Brave Train. Yeah. You rarely does it ever complete. Look at all these missions, though.
なんだ君はもともとマスターほう宇宙のならず者がまた一人発見されたようだ気をつけほう
This account needs all the mats it can get, though, so I'm not gonna complain. As much as I don't like mission-based events, it's nice to get all this loot. Even more wanted quests, which some of those we may not have access to. I'm not really sure. Okay, no, we do. Don't have enough of those to move on now, though. Whoops. Have to do farming anyway, though. Not a big deal. Alright, I guess they're all just in these zones. Alright, this is a Saber that will turn into something else if you do a certain card type, so... what do we want to do here? We could play, like, for real and just use our support as a nothing unit. Actually play the account, you know. Let's see. Now, I should do that. That way you don't care what class he turns into, but, little easy mode, even for this account. I mean, it could turn into an archer. You never know. These are probably not hard enough to use the damage CEs yet, so we're not quite at that point. This is where I wish I had another Berserker. I mean, obviously, this would get the job done, which is why I didn't level another Berserker, but he's just so strong, though. One of them should get the job done. Hit me, Moobot. What? Rex already giving up on things. Feels bad. We pushed him to this chat. Dessert. Okay. What do we got? Okay, so they just turned into a rider, so... They don't have a health bar, they just, or extra health bars, they just have a really big one. So Buster is what switches them. I should try to get Robin's NP off before ever using a Buster card if I can. That'll be the goal here. The music knows. Good opening hand. This is where I should have brought Hans instead of Ku, but I didn't know. So close, man. So close. 2% and some, you know, decibels. Okay, we don't have the Buster though. Feels good. I think I use Kuzen. I mean, Kuzen P is way more effective once we turn it into a rider, but I could also use it to overcharge Robin. Although Robin could also do a chain. And he go around the wheel with the boss attacking him because of taunt. I probably should have just overcharged him because Ku would also put defense down on him, so that would have done quite a bit more damage with Kuzen P in front. No crits! All those stars and no crits. Way to go. Very, very good. Boo! We done goofed on that one, and then I probably should have saved the taunt for her MP, but you know. Her sword actually looks better than most swords in the game in terms of like its sprite, because I'm pretty sure hers, I'm not really looking at it very carefully right now, but I'm pretty sure hers is from before they made them all CGI. But I haven't really looked at hers, so maybe it is. At this angle, it's kind of hard to tell. I think it's probably, they were probably still drawing them back then. I don't remember when the exact moment they decided to stop doing that was. That looks like it's drawn. Yeah, that looks drawn. If that's not drawn, that's just way better CGI than they normally do. Don't really know why I did it in that order. It doesn't really matter. How many stacks of guts does she have, though? Why is there a goblin on the player's side? Because, you know, who doesn't like goblins? This isn't Goblin Slayer. They're not like, you know, the worst thing ever. And look, it's an albino goblin. They're rare. No guts this turn. That's enough. Like 100 face would be the most effective, and I put her last, but there was no way to know. Damn it! Damn it! Could've. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely more than one guts. But I could. Oh shit! Should have cast PFA, by the way. I didn't think it was gonna matter. Rip Robin, he did a lot of work. Or probably kill her this turn though, unless she just has an insane amount of gut stacks. LOL! Robin from the grave, by the way. Nice little fuck you there. But yeah, we can triple kill here. Really don't need to NP, but that's like if you're in a solo. I would have given her one more gut stack. I think that would have been enough to really feel like it mattered. Good old school animations, right? They're, guys, Zushi doesn't need an animation update. She's authentic, right? It's like retro games where they, you know, make the graphics bad, right? Totally the same thing here. I guess Tam's special because it's slightly higher level. Oh, and it's like get the command code, nice. We'll do this one first. We'll keep summoning George because he basically does nothing for us. We'll do the same team. It's, you know, it's good against a lot of different classes they could possibly turn into. I wonder if you could read Japanese if the name of the stage kind of gives you a big hint as to what you're fighting, so you can predict the class that they could turn into. I guess this one's probably going to be art. It's a gimmick. The last one was Buster, so. If I knew who this was, I would have put Ushi up, you know. Please no, wait, what is it? Yeah, okay, that was quick. Okay, well, unfortunately, it's gonna be very difficult for us not to do it quick, but if I can get one Robin NP off first, that'll be enough. Very lucky. If he was art, though, he'd be pretty screwed for Robin. Yeah, Saber Tam is gonna run him. He does something when you attack her, but she keeps missing. It's an attack when you attack her. It looks like she's trying to do something else, but it doesn't have a high chance of succeeding. Maybe defense down or charm or something. NP drain. Let's see. Wait one turn to do Chin's thing. So what, it's quick? So if I do Billy. If I do Ku's NP, it's gonna switch it over after the turn. But I could also get a lot of damage from Robin here. I mean, you can't hold it forever. I think we blow it up this turn then. See, surely we're gonna crit this time, right? Wait, why did I do that? Nobody has crits worth a fuck here, because Ku can't do any good crit damage until the next turn. Although he does NP gain. Man, I should be bringing Mozart. If that was Mozart instead of Chen, we would do so much damage right there. It's just, you know, like, what if I'm barely short on NP and I need the battery, right? Yeah, we back to caster. Fidget spinner animation, though. Oh my god. It's such a rare animation, too. Like, because the players don't use the, like, the chain for that much. I think it's, isn't it opening quick, like, or something like that? Hmm. Oh yeah, she also has to not be stage 3. Probably the big thing. He has a little bit of attack up, by the way. This is where I should have more taunts. Buff removal would be really good here, just because that's a lot of attack up, and one buff removal removes every single one of them, so. And before the game is smart, and she does her extra attack instead of her NP. I guess attacking her has a chance to put a dot on you or something? Just in case. The goblin returns. Nope, doing her NP. Which, isn't it the one in Shimosa that does her extra attack instead of her NP? People have been ganked to that. It was totally meta to evade there, because one, she might have done the extra attack instead of the NP. But not even if I didn't evade on Robin, he probably would have died that turn. Because if you hadn't noticed, she's got a little bit of attack up, and so that one normal attack she did to Robin would have killed him, and then he wouldn't be able to get his NP off. So it was super correct to use evade there. I should have done Ku's card just to get the NP game. Watch her one-shot Ushi, dude. That would be so bad. Like if she crits Ushi and kills her here. Don't do it. Don't do it! Okay, we're fine. Easy peasy. I wonder what her name was, because they when they make them Sabers, they normally do some nonsense with their names. Yeah, she did art up and then she used her quick attack, which is her least damaging. If she had hit with her art and then it crit there, that actually would have been quite nasty. Alright, it looks like she's not going to change class, so this is just Straight up fight. We'll still use our support list for nothing here. Okay, well now that we actually know what classes we're fighting, we can really change how we're approaching this. See, her NP is AoE. Oh yeah, I got my Asclepius up last night. Got his 3rd skill to 10, which is the most important one, so he's good to go. And then we gotta get, I guess we gotta get Medea and what was the other one? Ricky Boy. Yeah, Ricky Boy's next. And I'd like to get Atalante up just for like, I don't think you really need much in the way of archers for 5-2, but you know, it's just thematic. Oh, I should have been using Asclepius instead of Qingong that whole time, actually. Wasn't really thinking about that. Oh yeah, we got his Bond CE. It's pretty nice. We'll keep it NP on death here. We'll bring Asclepius back. I just need to twink it so it's not so long. Okay, 2 health bars, it's not that bad. And before her gimmick though is something super shitty, but we'll find out. Pretty good opening hand. I'm glad we got that poison command code though. Doesn't matter too much in this fight, but it's just nice to have. Makes your Robin feel a lot more complete once you got one. Fucking defense up though. There goes our MP damage. We can still break here though, I think. I almost want to evade in case she like quick charges when you break. You know what? I'm gonna do that anyway because it's actually a decent time to make the stars. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I'm not gonna use Q's NP. I want the first card art bonus so Robin gets more NP back. Or do I want to do more damage? He has that defense up. Should do enough damage anyway. Pushing it a little bit closer than I would have liked there, but I think we got it. Overkill, hell yeah. Okay, that was such a mild gimmick. That was such a fucking mild gimmick. Like, Caesar drained all of our NP. Like, he drained over 100%. He drained like 180 NP, so he probably drains all of it. Right, so Caesar drained all your NP and then got a full charge himself, right? That was such a strong gimmick. And then hers is just cast poison, or curse, excuse me. It's totally different. It's pretty tame there. Might look weird not using Q's NP right now, but I'm just gonna get Robin to then do it. Look at all this poison though. Please kill Mozart, that'd be actually really handy. Damn. Then I would've gotten David's attack up. Oh my god, never mind. Robin didn't get his NP, excuse me. I used the evade to make sure he wouldn't die there, but no go it seems. Okay, surely he's got it now. Please don't kill Robin. Woo! One hit, man. Jesus, I think she scripted to do defense. I mean, it's hard to say, but as soon as her defense up was gone, she cast it again, so it could be that she always does it. That's not a lot to go off of, though. Very small sample size there. More poison. More dots. Hit it like you mean it. Wait, is this her old sprite? I wasn't paying attention. Is she using her old sprite right now? That's insane. I don't think they've ever had that happen before. I don't think that's ever happened. What the fuck? Yeah, that's her. What? That's like never happened before, where like the enemy, like, dude, I've done so many like old interludes and stuff, right? And they still have their updated sprites. What the hell? This is so random. Well, she still lived. But David's got this. It's intentional, it's some stupid Saber Wars shit. Sounds about right. I guess it's like, because when she had invulnerability in the story, she had her newer animations. So I guess you like downgraded her. What a waste of a good sprite, man. Well, she's dead. Yeah, when you fought her when she had her like invulnerability and guts, she had because I did that off stream. She had her updates then. It's funny, I used Calamity Jane for that one, and I killed her many times, but you can't kill her enough to kill her. Like, she just has unlimited guts. She just keeps respawning, and then the stage just ends when she NPs. It was funny though, it took her forever to NP because I had Calamity Jane with the drain and everything, so. Yeah, I went really ham. I used Calamity Jane with the event CE, so she had so much bonus damage. Well, this account doesn't have much use of this right now, but in the future, who knows, might be, Really, the other dot types are mainly for memes. They don't really matter. And if you want to do, obviously if you want to do a burn team or a curse team, you want these command codes. But poison is the only one that's just good because it enables Robin. It's not a meme, right? Like killing the whale with dots is great and everything, but there's no reason to do that. That's just for fun, right? Where Robin being more reliable is just, you know, a big deal. We lost again. The art on that is like the body proportions. Like why are their necks so thin? Like what the hell? Not a huge fan of that art style. Like this crazy thin neck like that is just like your head's gonna fall off. I don't know what the point of that is. Guess it unlocks story stuff. Even One Piece doesn't have necks quite that thin off memory. Hey, Ari. Space Tokyo on me, by the way. Looks like we're gonna have to. We've done all the wanted quests we can do, I think. So we have to do like one farming stage here to progress. We'll see a crystal. I really enjoyed that Caesar fight though. That was a good time. I might make that a video. We'll see. mean, Spacer Star is not useless. I don't know why anyone would think that. Like, there's really no 5 stars that are useless. Even Vlad, although he is pushing it, is not useless. Although I guess most people think he's really good now because of Castor Artoria, but that's more of a Castor Artoria thing than a Vlad thing, but you know. Alright, let's do which state. I don't think it really matters. I guess we'll get the gold mat. Let me slot something on my main here. Are we fighting this one? Casters? Could just slot Waver for easy mode. Spacer Star's not bad for farming, she's fine. I mean, she's not the best ever, but I mean, any unit with a big battery skill and an AoE and P, always gonna be good for farming. Even, you know, Lancer or Artoria is good for farming. Like, you don't have to be the best unit in the entire game at farming to be good at farming. Like, Jesus. Oh yeah, we have Arash. That'll help. But in my main account has, like, all bonus CEs. And his account has like none, so this account's freer to use whatever it wants, I guess, for like starting NP and whatnot. You could do that to make it easier though. I don't think this stage drops bronze mat, but it might. Yeah, I need bond on Hans. And Atalante, and that's pretty much it. George's already bond 10. Anyone else got a bond CE that I care about? Let me think. I mean, I guess Mozart. I don't know if I haven't been working on him at all though, so I don't know if he's even remotely close. Let me look. I guess we have used him for a lot of story content though. Wow, okay. Now he's getting there. Where are we on Hans? Okay, we're really getting there on that one. That's good. Probably nowhere near on her. Yeah, I didn't think so. What about Rosh? Ugh, shit. I thought he'd be farther along than that. Okay, well, let's see. He's kind of hopeless for now. Maybe I should bring somebody that'll actually help me farm a bit here. Okay. I do like getting Atalante up though, because she's got her own buff and then her bond CE. It's like, it's just really big quick up. It's nice. Like 65%. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Orion is good for farming certain styles of stage, like especially some of the new school stuff. You know, it's pretty common nowadays for newer events to have at least 1 or 2 stages for farming that are, you know, kind of wonky, where they're not like 3-3-3 on enemies. They're like, you know, 1-1-2 or 2-2-1 and stupid shit like. And they've done 1-1-1 and 1-1-2 and stuff. Like, what was that? The Hagfest, the best node in Hagfest was 1-1-2. So single target's definitely been. It's funny, they've been making more challenge quests and main story quests that are AoE based, and they're making more farming stages that are single target based to kind of just, I guess, even the, you know, the playing field with the units and stuff. Yeah, every like new event has pretty much had it. The events that don't always have a node like that, though, are like, you know, reruns and stuff like that. I think they're. What was Did the Christmas one have one? I don't remember. I know the Christmas one had that awkward one. Wasn't it like 2-2-2 or something? I don't remember. Or was it 2-1-2? It had something weird. It had something weird. The one with Gilgamesh was weird. I don't remember what it was, but it was something off. 2-1-2? Yeah, that sounds about right. I remember it had the 2 Camelot Knights. That's all I really remember. But yeah, I think it's better that way. I mix things up, you know. I hate that the game has gotten to the point where everyone's just gotta 3-turn everything no matter what, right? It's not good for the game. It really is not. It's boring. And even if you are gonna 3-turn everything, you know, having to really mix things up and change, you know, tactics and value units like pins and stuff where you normally wouldn't is nice. So I'm very glad that they changed the way they did that. There wasn't it was it Requiem that had a 1-1-1? I think it did. I remember my 3-turn for that was Billy and Koo. Like unironically, they were like the best because they could both one-shot like no problem. And Billy got the battery, and then I had like Scatty for Koo or whatever, and it was super easy. I think it was 1-1-1. Not sure Arash will do enough damage here, we'll see. Now, for the main story though, I do prefer they keep most major boss fights single target, because it's kind of like, okay, it's serious time, you know, this one guy, but by all means have AoE main story fights too. And that seems to be the way they're going about it. Like, I would say single target is still overwhelmingly better for the main story. But they definitely make sure to throw in 1 or 2 boss fights like per story that are AoE. And so I think that's a pretty good way to approach it. Well, can't NP with everybody. Didn't quite set this up right. Alright Martha, it's your time to shine. What can you do at NP1? Actually, she probably has this, because we got those CEs in the back. Good old Cersei, yeah. Yeah, Medea's got, isn't hers is like over 100%. She goes like 150 or something. Yeah, Hohenheim, that's one. I don't know why anyone would get mad at like the mixing up the numbers on yeah, it's right. Didn't they have a node where there was a reinforcement so you could not 3-turn it no matter what? Like that doesn't bother me at all though. Like you want to be reasonable about it, and you also want to make the loot worth it if you're gonna make them go longer. But if like that extra enemy drops a lot of extra loot, who cares? Like literally, who cares? Oh yeah, BC Bronze got a big battery too. Oh wait, was that enough? Fuck, I didn't bring bonus. I didn't even think I should be drinking. I should have brought bonus to the hair things instead of bonus to gold drop. Shit, let me just switch to CE. I didn't even think about that. Because yeah, we're not there for the gold drop, we're there for the hair stuff. Isn't Artoria, like vanilla Artoria, isn't she the only servant that gives the bonus to the hair drop? Like MHX doesn't, and like Lantoria doesn't. I think it's just vanilla Artoria. It's kind of funny. I kind of like when they do random flavor like that, because obviously it's not necessary, right, to like do the event or anything, but it's a nice just flavor thing. I wish they would do that more often, especially when they're like not. Isn't she like not part of the other bonus stuff? Like she doesn't get the bonus damage and all that. Because like there's so many events where like there's servants that are like you could tell would be applicable here or like a meme there, but they're not in the story or anything, and giving them that kind of like nod is fun. So I don't know if I really need to cast that when they're just casters, but this hand though. That was not a good hand for getting through these mobs quickly. Guess Ushi gets her NP easy though. They should never make servants decrease drops ever. Like ever. That's an absolutely horrible idea. God, oh my god. Imagine an event that has like 4 currencies. Like this one, but then it's one of those like summer events where like each class gives different bonus drops, but then they also do negative drops. Like everyone does positive and negative, and there's like 4 or more currencies. That just no, like dear God, no. I'm all about, like, if you want to, you know, think about different ways to clear the stage with different units and stuff, that's great, but that kind of, like, min-maxing with the event bonus can just get so annoying. And I don't mind when servants have event bonuses to drops, so it can make, because then sometimes you go for, like, max bonus, and you don't 3-turn or 4-turn, you end up, like, 5-turning or whatever, that's fine. But when you have, like, oh, this different for this thing, and that for that, and this for that, and it's just all over the place like that, it's just, it's obnoxious. Especially on the Japanese version. Because, you know, can't read the text. So I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but off memory, Nobukatsu, if he has guts, does not turn himself into vapor. Or no, he does, but I think he's there at the end. When you see the buffs at the end, he's actually there. But if he doesn't have guts, he's gone. They should probably do that with Arash, right? If he has guts, it's kind of weird him exploding if he has guts. Like, and I'm back. It's a little off there. But yeah, some of those kinds of things he should work on a little bit, I feel. I guess we don't need... I don't even really need to bring Ushi at all, because, hell, I can just put a Herc in the front. That's probably better for getting through those mobs. Although, I don't know if we're ever doing this stage again, so... I mean, if your body explodes, battle continuation will not bring you back. That's not how that works. Unless maybe you have battle continuation EX, but then you probably come back as a ghost or something. Spooky, by the way. Okay, there we go. Oh, this does drop bronze mats. Excuse me, I should have been bringing the thingy. I'm gonna have to farm on my main account a lot tonight. Need to catch up. My ult is ahead. But I already did it last year, so I don't even care that much. That's a face. Yeah, this event does have a lot of lores in it. Hey, look, it's a meteor. I would use Arash here just because meteor, but it's a Lancer, so X-nay on that. Okay, I want to summon something kind of crappy here. Farno time. Oh, hey, we can use Asclepius now. Right. Although, what if he gets a Buster card? Yeah, well, so many times have I wanted to be able to do that, but because Karna's got, like, the big Buster stuff as well, we'll do it this way. I guess this one. The account's finally got decent CEs for everything but Buster now. It's still lacking them, which is funny. There's a lot of good Buster freebie CEs, so give it a minute. Sadly, the CE from this event is I mean, who the fuck uses this outside of the event, right? Like, it don't do shit. But, Arash in the back there. Now, obviously, you could bring these to make it easier, but no need for that casual nonsense. This music, though. Yeah, Guts saves Ricky from his second skill, but if you do Ricky's NP with his second skill up, he will kill himself and then Guts will bring him back. And then if you attack again, you will kill yourself again. You don't have Guts anymore, now you're dead. Because his sacrifice thing is not a one-time deal, it's a one-turn thing. So every single time he attacks, he will apply sacrifice to himself over and over again. So you have to be careful with that. Oh, hi Liz. That's weird. What the fuck? I don't understand. This is blatantly easier than the wanted quests earlier. Like the wanted quest with Caesar and the wanted quest with even Tam, I would say, and maybe even Yuri Pirates. Unless she's got some crazy gimmicks, this is way behind Caesar. Caesar was actually ahead of everyone else by a good bit there. I'd like to NP, but I don't really like the idea of George having a 60% defense up. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong here? Dude, if you give George a 20% defense up CE, and hell, there's a 30% one, you could get, take 0 damage, even in a really hard challenge quest right off the bat like that. Kill, kill, kill. There you go. Don't even need the battery from Qingong. Oh, look at that, though. That's a bad time for Liz, is what that is. Shin was so meta. That's like perfect. Will she survive? She might barely live here. Oh boy. Yeah, I think she'll live. Not with much though. Ah! Oh man, yeah, just barely. By the way, Karna's voice actor is just awesome, by the way. Man, if we could do our NP now, we'd get rid of her guts. Han's got this. Be mad. Yeah, I know, he does Kentucky, it's great. It was actually a Christmas event. I guess that spot's just for wanted quests or something. Oh, it's a free quest. It's weird that I can't do it yet. I have to beat mission 14. And before we just beat mission 14, so there's... I think what we just did will like always beat mission 14. So I don't know what the point of locking that is. I don't get the reasoning there. I think they let you limit break this without doing a damn thing. I don't think you need one as a drop. Funnily enough, I think this account did get one as a drop yesterday. Chat, no matter what, unless, I get hit by a truck tomorrow or something, but at some point I am grailing Tesla. It's just happening right now. Preferably I'd like to wait until I get him in P2 and, he get a grail or something. Get an animation update, excuse me. Nice backwards talk there. Anyway, but man, the urge to grail Darius has been increasing so much for me, and I'm just like, surely he's gonna get an animation update someday, right? And I was looking at my servants. I don't have any strong AoE berserkers. All my berserkers are single target. I don't even have that many leveled, really. But, I've got Penth and Jerker and Mori, that kind of thing, and they're all single target. Like, it'd be nice to have a really big boy AoE berserker, and Darius is, like, the best budget one for that kind of thing. Yeah, bloody Truck-kun, man. But, By the way, is that happened in more than one anime? I know there's a anime where it starts off with like, you know, I don't know, I don't even know what anime it is, but there's like some, you know, anime girl toast in mouth kind of opening, right? And just gets trucked, right? Has that happened more than once though? It's happened more than one. How has it happened more than once? I don't understand, because like that's so like specific and memey, and like once you do it more than once, it's like getting really cliche there. Zombie Saga? What the fuck? Oh god. I can't even, I don't understand anime anymore. Yeah, I know it's normally isekai stuff, but Jesus. Gotta look both ways before crossing the street, man. It's important. Gotta be careful out there. That's not even a joke, though. Seriously, you know, people, whenever they're like at their comfort zone, like if they're driving home from work, right? When they're in that part where they're like kind of near their house and they've driven in that area so many times, your brain will just always go in autopilot. And so if you don't like force yourself to pay attention, that's like when you're most likely to have something really stupid happen. So always gotta keep your guard up. All right, what is this? A farming stage we're doing? No, this is main story. Okay. Let's see. Always bust out George again. Look at this level 1 George with bonus drops. I've noticed the main story does not drop gold too often, but it could happen. We'll see. All right, Asclepius is better here. But what about Mozart though? But then we don't have. If you had on death on George, I would say Mozart, but I might do it anyway. We got time. Bust out David here. I wish, dude, can you imagine if David had a good Bond CE? That would be awesome. So another trope I don't like in anime, and you know, some anime that do this are still good anime, but I think it's a waste and it's lazy, and occasionally it works. Because, like, occasionally it works, and the few times I've seen this trope work, let me explain which one it is. It's with the whole main character, or main characters, that's when it's even stupider, but when like the main cast, their parents are just absent because like, oh, they work overseas, or they're dead, and then I just don't have a guardian for some fucking reason, because that's the legal system. Now, again, that can work, because some people legitimately do live in those circumstances, and that can be an interesting thing to like explore, right? Like but like they don't normally do that, right? That's the thing. It's not like they're like, oh, let's explore the character dynamic here of like this person that has, you know, very little connection to their parents and blah blah. Nope. That's not what they're doing, right? They're just like, I don't know how to write parents, and they're just gonna fuck up the timing on everything. So, and I have to make more character designs, fuck that, right? And like, we're just gonna focus on these characters, so, you know, no parents, right? That's stupid. That's so dumb. And again, if it actually makes sense for the character, and it's actually gonna be like relevant to the fucking story, sure. But when you're just doing it to like, you know, not have to write more characters and not have to worry about, you know, these characters, you know, affecting things, that's just fucking lazy. And like, even if the parents of a character, it's a teenager or whatever, even if they're not in it a lot, right, it still is a handy thing you can do to kind of show, oh, you know, see, the character behaves this way, and they've got like really controlling parents or something, and that kind of explains that, or vice versa, or whatever, right? Like, it's not even, like I said, it's not that hard to write two characters, you know, give them some basic characterization and whatnot, right? It's really not that hard. And the fact that so much anime doesn't do that, I'm like, you're just being fucking lazy. Like, it's just lazy. Like, goddamn. Alright, we have trash mobs. If I'd known there were this many trash mobs, I probably would have bought leveled George, but oh well. But yeah, when literally every, like, if you have one character that has fairly absent parents, okay, right? But when you've got like, you know, like all of the main cast is that way, it's just like, oh my god. It's like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, not the best time for Mozart there. But hey, we get some free crits here. I'm a big advocate for, like, even if you're gonna have minor characters, be them parents or, you know, random people that aren't in it that much, you should still try to make them a 3-dimensional. Like, let's say you're making just a shopkeeper that's only gonna be in one episode, right? Just take 20 seconds to, you know, actually give this person a flushed out backstory. You don't have to necessarily show any of it, right? Just, you know, in your head or when you write it down, give them some basic characteristics and basic, you know, background. And that way, for the few lines of dialogue that you have or whatever, if you're like, oh, hey, it's kind of relevant because they're this, that, and the other, I should have them say this or act that way or have this on their shelf or not on there or whatever, right? It makes the world feel a lot more believable instead of just, you know, gray checkboxes, right? Like, it's not hard. It's not hard to take a little bit of time to even have your side characters just have a few basic, you know, characterization points, right? And it just makes your world way better. It's like, it's worth the little bit of effort that takes. It's worth it, right? Because it's so little investment. I think the return really adds up.
いい時代だ。資料集めには事欠かん。損なうたびに思い出すがいい。メルヘン・マイネス・レーベンス。すり抜けるぜ。
Yeah, Face and I at least addressed it, although they were still just doing the thing, right? But at least it was more relevant to the character, and then Kurotsugu is an actual character, right? And he was even in flashbacks and stuff, see? So definitely better in that department. Look at all these freaking reinforcements, man. If I'd known, I didn't pay attention. If I'd known they were like this, I would have NP'd a while ago. Maybe I should have put Hans last. Increase his odds of getting his NP here. Because if he was last and he got attacked once, he'd probably have gotten his NP. Yep. Damn, that would have been nice to get another NP there. Because I don't want Mozart to die. It also it makes it you more likely to get an art chain and things like that. Do I NP again? These are the last 3. Yeah, you know, I think we can get our NP back again. Well, there's only gonna be 2 left though. If I get an art hand, sure, but if not, probably skip it. Speaking of Altria instead of Artoria, we are growing trees, so all tree, you know, right? Plenty of trees coming in here. Oh god, a donation. It's so hard for me to read these. I can't read this at all. The text is so small. I need to change the text on my donations. Thank you, it was way bored, I think. Thank you for the $10 donation. I have absolutely no idea what you said, though. That text was way too small. I really got to fix my notification there, but okay, let's see if we can kill this without poison it having double defense up. We actually might not. It's probably a 40% defense up, I bet. Yeah, if you just say it again in chat, that would help. But I appreciate the donation. Unless you're saying fuck you, I hope you choke on the $10, right? Then maybe not. But other than that. Dude, by the way, that is the saddest thing I've ever seen on Twitch. Is people that will like donate to get like text to speech in the stream or whatever, and just to like send hate to the streamer or to someone else or what. That is like, you spent money to do this. Like, the level of dumb there is just unreal. Like, it's you're not even gonna make the streamer feel bad because it's like you just spent money to do that, right? Like, and everyone's gonna see it that way, and it just makes you look really dumb, right? So it's not the way to go there. Oh yeah, thanks dude. I really though, I don't need money to help me with sleep apnea. I need like I don't know, the pandemic to go away. That would help, but I appreciate it, and I'm feeling better today just because thankfully I didn't have too much trouble last night, but it's tough. I mean, the symptoms are there all the time, and I've got to do everything I can to manage them, and anytime it just goes bad or I slip up, and then I can just get horrible sleep again, but probably not enough in the game there. Oh no! By all means, if any of my, you know, I've got my haters. I got my share of haters out there. If any of them want to come by and donate money to call me a jackass, they are super welcome, right? And hell, if they want to do it on a regular basis, I won't ban them. It's all good. Refreshing water. Okay, let's see. 98%. I have been here before. I guess I evade Mozler. Make sure he doesn't die here. We have a bundle deal, yeah. Besides, I cannot be the only one. Now, I know not everyone feels this way. Some people definitely don't feel this way, and fair enough. But there certainly are a lot of people out there that just find hate mail hilarious. Like, stupid stinker. Yeah, thank you for the 200 bits, Lost. That emote, though. That's the new Bruce mug, huh? But, yeah, I cannot be the only one that finds, like, hate mail hilarious. Like in Dark Souls or whatever, when you, like, invade somebody and they send you hate mail and shit like that. Like, it's amazing, right? And, like, that fucking Mori comment and everything, you know, it's like, it's kind of the best, right? So, yeah, I've never really minded that kind of thing. I honestly kind of enjoy that stuff sometimes. It just depends. Sometimes you're not in the mood for it and you're got other things to deal with in life or whatever. But, yeah, I've never really strayed away from the nonsense like that. Dude, it's harder to send hate mail in games like Dark Souls now because like Steam used to make it really easy to like add people and send them like group invites that were like troll messages and like Xbox Live. It used to be so easy to do that kind of thing. Now it takes more clicks and more effort and stuff, so it's a lot rarer, which is, for me, someone that loves invading Dark Souls, is actually a shame because it really was like, when you'd have that invasion where the host was being a piece of shit and they were summoning every phantom ever and they were just doing every dirty trick in the book, which is fine, you know, you try to win. But then, you know, when you beat them, it's so satisfying, but then you get like that icing on the cake, you know, that encore where they fucking send you hate mail. Like, it's just, I fucking love it. Hey, thank you for the 100 bits commentary. I mean, you got commentary in the name, right? So. And I like how we have a hype train now. This is what I'm talking about, where being a streamer is stupid. It's the dumbest profession on the planet. It literally is the stupidest profession on the planet. Because you make a joke about haters sending you money to hate you, and then people start sending you money, right? Like, it's dumb. And thank you, was it Trip KT12 for the $5 donation, and again, can't read the goddamn text, but thank you, man. But this is what I'm talking about, man. You just, you say absolutely nonsense, and then people throw money at you for some fucking reason, right? It's just dumbest profession ever. Like, bro, I had to do, like, housework today. I had to, like, fix some blinds. You know, I had to, you know, power drill, all that good stuff, and a few other things, like, in the yard and everything. I'm like, this is so much harder than my actual job. And it's things that aren't even necessary, right? It's all very silly, man. Like, this has been a reoccurring thing throughout my life. So, I had that job at a pizza place, right? And it happened to be not even exaggerating, it was the busiest pizza place in my city. It was very busy location, crazy fucking busy. And I worked there for a long time, and I was very good at the job, and I knew how to do everything there. I could, you know, do dough, you name it. I knew that place like the back of my hand. But I did not get paid very well, and my boss even said I should be paid better, but you know, they just couldn't pay me more. So I could basically run the damn store backwards, but I made the least money I've ever made in my life, right? And then I got my next job, which was working for that parking company, and that job was so much easier. And it got, you know, I gained more responsibilities as time went on, but at no point was that job ever half as hard as working at that pizza place, right? Not even remotely close. No stress, you know, just way easier, like in every way possible, and it paid better money. And then now, between my YouTube and Twitch, like neither one of them alone, I would say, does not make more money than I did before. Like definitely not, but like them combined. Makes it either the same or slightly more now, and it's even easier, I would say. So it's bullshit, man. Like just like what? It's silly. How many times am I gonna unplug that goddamn thing for my PC? By the way. Yeah, I really, especially in the pandemic, I know some other streamers like this, and I'm on board. It's like during the pandemic. If you don't got the spare dough, man, you do not need to be donating to streamers. Right? We are not fucking important as people donate, of course. You can't win in this department, by the way. You just cannot. Thank you for the 100 bits, though. Hey. Heck you, streamer. I hope you get min roll next banner. I mean, I got plenty of min rolls trying to get Calamity Jane once, so we already had that. I swear you cannot talk about this stuff though without getting donations. It's messed up, man. But seriously, I say this all the time, and I swear I really mean this, right? Like I really fucking mean this. Like if you like my stream, that's great. You do not need to subscribe or donate or anything. Like it's totally fine. I have so many regulars in my chat. They're just hanging out, and it's great, right? It's so super fine. I am not like I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, right? I'm fine. I'm good. I like streaming just for the, you know, the people. You just like, because some people legitimately feel guilty, right? And like, Jesus, don't. This job is so fucking easy. Don't even, like, just don't fucking. I know. Then you reverse psychology people. You cannot win in this department. It is fucking impossible. See, now you just make me feel bad, sir. Please. Don't tell me what to do. Every time someone says that, I think of Woody from fucking Toy Story, by the way. I hope Koo dies in your next solo. Okay, that's just going too far. That's just going too far. Chat, please don't. Just. Because now I look like a bad person, right? Like, legitimately, now I look like a bad person, see? George hands. Alright, what are we doing? Is this the farming stage? Yeah, this is the farming stage. Let's, I don't know what they're gonna drop, so we'll get the bonus hairs, because, you know, when in doubt, go with that. Okay, Arash is gonna be, like, super effective here. This is fine. But I fucking hate streamers that, like, I don't know how to describe it, you know, they, like, super, like, harp on their chat to try to get them to donate and stuff. It's just like, God. And the thing is, it's just, if your stream is doing halfway well and you're doing a good job, you know, the money just comes, right? It just comes along with it. So you don't, if you're like struggling, right, that it's your fault, and you like, that's like that fucking thought that you got like famous for that. And it's just like, how do you sleep at night and behave that way? I don't understand. Like, Jesus. Wait, who has the... Okay, let's see. I'm kind of glad this account doesn't have a lot of bonus CEs, because it would make the farming a lot more annoying. This should work. Feels bad. Yeah, this is not the time to be going on vacation. I know some people that went on vacation during the COVID thing, like just like 2 months ago or something. And I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. They're not really what I would say are friends of mine. They're just people I'm aware of due to family connections, unfortunately. I worry, because I see this in the game industry where, like, as games go on longer, like, this seriously is not good in my opinion. So as video games have gone on and people have figured it out better and humans have understand psychology better, video games are just like designed to, not all video games of course, but a lot of video games are designed to like target human psychological weaknesses, right? Because there's a lot of psychological weaknesses humans have that we have discovered and we know exist and we know how to exploit them and how to like make those situations arise and stuff. And so a lot of video games put a lot of effort into like psychologically screwing their player base out of money, right? And like using cheap tactics to, you know, like cookie clicker kind of stuff, right? And that worries me, right? Like that worries me because it's not just in video games. Like I think that's going to affect streaming and probably already has surely in YouTube and everything else, right? And that like it sucks, right? Where like because it really hurts like the, you know, artistic integrity of anything, right? And it can't, and some people, you know, can afford it or it's not a big deal or whatever, but like a lot of people can't. And it's just, I don't like when people target people's psychology like that, you know, it can be bad. And the thing about gambling, for example, gambling is not inherently bad, but putting gambling where it doesn't belong is. Like, for example, if you are like in real life, if you're going to go to a casino, and this is what anyone that's responsible will tell you, is you take the money that you're planning on losing. Like, oh, if you were going to have like you were going to do something like, oh, I'd be willing to spend X amount of money on like this activity, like going to the movies or buying a TV you don't need or buying a car you don't need or whatever your budget is, you know, and whatever amount of money you think is reasonable to put towards, you know, whatever activities you want to do. If you want to take that to a casino and just assume you are going to lose every penny, that's fine, and that's a decent way of doing it. And if you happen to make money, great, right? Like that's a reasonable way to gamble where it's fine. But you know, a lot of people don't do that. You should never see gambling as like a chance of like getting out of the hole or something. It's like the lottery is a scam. It's literally a scam. It's like selling hope to people that should be using their money better, right? Because they try to give them the idea that, you know, if you just keep playing long enough, you'll win eventually, right? But it doesn't work that way at all. And like the way the lottery markets itself is they're going after vulnerable people. They literally go after vulnerable people. And the lottery literally is gambling, just like disguised in a way that makes it seem like it's not, but it 1,000,000% is. And like, I don't like that kind of, again, I don't think gambling is inherently bad. You know, if you are responsible and you have the money, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, a lot of people enjoy, you know, like in a lot of countries, you know, gambling on football or whatever is, you know, legal and everything. And a lot of people just enjoy that and, you know, kind of putting their money where their mouth is based on their predictions and knowing the players and stuff. And that's fine, no problem. You know, if it's done in a healthy environment, it's not bad, but it's so rarely, you know, put in a healthy environment, man, because people figure out how to like game the system, right? And, you know, make everything that shouldn't be gambling to kind of get into that psychology, right? And it's, you know, it's messed up. That's a huge part of why I just do not want to spend money on like the gacha in these games, right? And that's why I'm always saying I wish they would add other business models to them, because one, it's good for them and it's good for us, right? You know, I don't like spending money until something happens, right? That's not good. Yeah, with Twitch predictions though, you're gambling channel points, which aren't important. That's not money, right? So that's where it's like harmless, right? Wait, what am I doing? Why did I just cast poison? What? That didn't make any sense. And I like how I have my command code right now, so I can't have my command code next turn. Although I guess I can shuffle the deck with a Roshstein, so. Slight mistake there. I don't even think spending money on gacha games is necessarily bad. It's how you do it and the mindset you approach it with, right? And a lot of people, I think, do approach it in a bad way, right? And sometimes the games incentivize that, and sometimes they don't. But a lot of them do. And I think F2P in some departments is doing it out of ignorance. I mean, it's hard to say. You know, these companies can be really scummy and really oh, hi, Arthur. But like them not having a safety net, you know, is very scummy. And it's hard to know if they're just that out of touch with, you know, reality, or if they, you know, if they're actually trying to, you know, take advantage of people with like gambling addictions and, you know, sunken cost fallacy and all that stuff. But that's one of the things I'm the most uncomfortable with F2P is the fact that they don't have a safety net. It's fucking stupid. Like, it's dumb. And it's dumb from even their perspective, because I don't think they make money doing it, right? I think more people that, like myself, who won't spend money, would spend money if they had a safety net. because not only does the game look scummy, but then also it's like, oh hey, you spend, you know, I'm this close to the safety net, so I spend this much money, I will get the thing, and that's that, right? Like that's, you know, that's no big deal. No poison, by the way. But like with FGO or Art Nights or whatever, my overwhelming advice to people is, again, if, you know, there's nothing wrong with like spending some money on, you know, movie tickets, buying a book, buying a video game, and instead of buying like a $60 video game, you'd rather put $60 into like a mobile game or whatever that you know, or Genshin Impact or something that you really, you play that game like so much and you get so many hours of enjoyment out of it. It's like, yeah, it's totally fine to spend 60 bucks on this every few months or something. That's fine, no problem. But you cannot look at it and I'm gonna spend money until I get the thing. I cannot recommend against that harder, right? Like, unless you're like, you know, super rich or something. But like, if you've got a budget, stick to the budget, right? And regardless of what you get, right? And then buy the SQ or whatever, not when you're rolling, right? You go, okay, I'm gonna spend $30 on this a month, right? Like you might spend $30 on movie tickets a month or whatever. And you just spend that $30 and you get that SQ and you don't necessarily use it right there, and that's just what you do, right? And then when you do want to roll, you use what you get and you get what you get. If it doesn't work out, you know, better luck next time, you know, that kind of thing. But see, that's why the game needs a safety net, because a lot of people will do something like that and then they'll roll, you know, 700 SQ or whatever. They won't get the thing, and then they have the sunken cost fallacy and blah, 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 blah. But if you have a safety net, you're like, okay, I'm only 10 rolls away. That's only, you know, 10 bucks or 20 bucks or whatever. And that's fine, right? Like, I don't mind spending that set amount of money to know I get the thing, right? But they don't have a safety net, so you might have to spend another $1,000 to get the thing. Like, that's just bullshit, right? And again, I don't think it's good for them. I think they actually lose money because they don't have a safety net. All right, well, let's hope Magic Resist don't screw us over. Just got Muramasa, grats. Wait, who is spamming what in FGO stream? Dude, like Genshin Impact, I can't remember the exact ratio, but I want to say getting like 3,000 of their SQ, if you bought it, costs, someone maybe can correct, I think it costs like $40 or $30 or something like that. It's somewhere in that price range, right? For 3,000, it's like $30 or something. Maybe more, I'm not sure. But I know that if you do the $5 sub a month thing, you get 3,000 a month, right? And it's so much cheaper than if you bought it. Now, granted, you can only get that 3,000, right? You can't go above that. But like, yeah, that kind of deal is really nice, and that's a way you can spend money on the game and support the development of the game, so you know, get more content and the lights stay on, and you're not gambling, and you're not, you know, it's just good, really good value for your buck, right? Yeah, I honestly think the Genshin, I don't have any issue with Genshin's gacha. Maybe that's just because I don't like that many characters and it's so easy for me to play free-to-play, but I'm like, the rates are low, but it doesn't really matter because the cast is so small, so they kind of need the rates to be low, otherwise you'd unlock everything in 5 seconds, right? And then, like, there's just so many reasons I don't really find Genshin that scummy, because first off, they have a safety net. They also allow you to buy 4 stars directly with, like, their mana prisms and rare prisms and stuff. Right? And they're not that hard to get, though, the mana prisms and rare prisms. Like, they're not hard to get at all. And there's a lot of free-to-play methods to get the SQ. And early on, they were a little stingy, but they've gotten a lot better about that. And they do have things like the subscription plan. It's only $5 a month, and you get a lot of value from it. And I have no problem with it. And they're probably going to sell skins eventually and those kinds of things. So honestly, I think Genshin does it a million times better than FGO. And yes, the pull rate on 5 stars is pretty damn low in Genshin, but again, there's so few 5 stars that I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, seriously, the ratio in which you get free SQ, let's say every time you can do a 10 summon in Genshin, you do one. The amount of like time it would take to unlock every 5 star compared to FGO is tiny. It's tiny because it's just because the cast is so much smaller. And again, all the free-to-play characters are very reasonable in Genshin, so like, I just had no problems with it, like not at all. Yeah, they're going to put it on Switch eventually, but yeah, there's no known date. It's just something that they've said they're going to get it out on Switch, but we don't know when. And that being said, as they add more characters to Genshin, I think they should probably, instead of improving the rates, because you will basically piss people off if you improve the rates down the road, because like, why didn't I wait to roll now then, right? Just give out more free SQ when you add more units in Genshin. Like, once you know, over time they're gonna have double the cast size, right? And then just give out more free SQ. Now, that's not gonna, you know, save them from bad PR to some degree, because some people are just always gonna look at what the draw rate is and not look at like the amount of free draws you get. But they're dumb, and that, you know, this is what it is. But I have never felt that Genshin, you know, really. I think it does a much better job of not like pressuring people into like the sunken cost fallacy and all that. Like, it's not been a problem at all for me. But again, I'm a weird person anyway, so yeah, they'll probably add a rotating banner eventually. Most games do that. FGO is unique in not having a rotating banner all the time once their cast gets really big. I can't remember if the other DW game has a safety net or not. I forget. Lost is here though, and he's actually played it some, so maybe he knows. I know it's very similar to FGO, but as far as I'm aware, it's just straight less scummy in a lot of departments, and it really makes me think that Aniplex is the problem. Because like they don't ban emulators and things like that. They're not against their terms of service. Okay, it doesn't have a safety net. That's pretty bad. But, yeah, that tells me though that they just, yeah, well, at least their pull rate's much higher. But still, I feel like they really are just dinosaurs, and they really think, oh, but those people spending the thousands of dollars all at once though, right? Like, I think it's just such a mistake to not have a safety net. It makes you look bad, and I truly think you make less money. Like, very much so. But yeah, their FGO is a real dinosaur in some areas, man. It's unfortunate. I feel like this one would drop silver mats because they haven't had a node for silver. Well, I'd actually look at what the last page dropped. Whoops. What do we use here? You know what? We might just use Hercules. Fuck it. We don't have a whole lot of caster options. I wonder why. Yeah, having more people spend less than one person spend a lot, it normally is better. And what you do is, and I cannot fathom why they don't do this, and because a lot of games do. And the thing is, this is not scummy, right? You're gonna have people out there that have a lot of a disposable income, and you know, good for them. And they're totally fine with putting it into League of Legends or whatever their hobby is. You know, they like video games, and they're totally fine with like getting that rare super premium skin or whatever, you know, and showing it off, or just liking the skin or whatever. That's fine. And so like you can double dip and have it not be a problem, right? You can have good rates, safety nets, and all these things that help, you know, the majority of your player base. And then you can still have certain things in your game that target the premium whales, if you will, right? And skins and things like that are a very good way of doing that. And that's what a lot of games do, is that they'll have normal skins, but then they'll do like, well, I think League calls them like epic skins or something, where they like, you know, they put a lot more effort into the skin, but then the price is very disproportionate, right? Like the voice actor will do new voice lines, they'll have new particle effects, sometimes entirely new animations for the character, you know, very fancy skin. And now the amount that it'll cost is still very disproportionate to the amount of extra work put into the skin, but it's a premium thing, you know, for people to, you know, pretty much show off, or like, oh, this is my absolute favorite character, so for this one time I'll spend, you know, the extra buck, you know, that kind of thing. And that's fine, right? And so FGO should obviously do shit like that, right? Because it's good for them, and it gets us more stuff, and then you can make the game more free-to-play friendly, and so on and so forth, so. And I will say, I do think FGO is free-to-play friendly. I just don't think, how do I explain this? It's not necessarily free-to-play friendly and getting all the goals that you want, right? That's the way to put it. Like, it's totally free-to-play friendly and, like, you know, enjoying the game and getting through it and, like, you know, beating the content. And they do give you a nice wide variety of, like, you know, the lower stars that, you know, have good voice acting and everything else. But, you know, they don't make it smooth if you want to get a lot of 5 stars, right? You will get a lot of 5 stars in FGO. You will, but, like, if you don't stockpile like I do, you're not going to have a lot of control over what they are. The soccer game was ranked 215 on release, but almost every new game is in the top 50, so it did very bad. Yeah, I think that new DW game is not. The IP is really niche, and they just didn't market it at all. Like, literally, the only reason I even knew it was coming out was because I kind of followed DW just because I care about FGO and I kind of want to know what the fuck they're up to. But I know it was so badly like everything about it was like handled terribly, and I'm not surprised it's doing quite badly. I mean, it's totally free-to-play friendly in that you never need to spend money in FGO. You can absolutely, like, this account never spend a penny, and it's never going to need to. And you know, if you just have half a brain, you are never going to need to spend money in FGO. But you know, because of the lack of a safety net and whatnot, you're going to have times where you get screwed over. And you know, like Noob saved up an ungodly amount of SQ, you know, free-to-play SQ. Tried to get Edmund, didn't get Edmund, right? Like, and that feels bad, right? 100, like the fact, because the amount that Noob saved up to should have been the safe. It should have easily hit the safety net, and Noob, no one should be. I'm telling you, it feels worse almost. It probably does feel worse to save up free-to-play a ludicrous amount of SQ and then not get the 5-star. I think that feels worse unless you're like poor, if you spent money and didn't get them, right? Because you invested so much time and you did everything legit like you could, and you don't get them. Where like in every other game, there's a safety net, so that doesn't happen. Now I get it. A lot of people want a safety net that's stupid, right? That's like unreasonable. They want a safety net that's like, you know, spend 300 SQ, get 5-star. Right? No, that's dumb, right? Like, that's obviously that's not right. You know, if you really want to make sure you hit that safety net, you need to save up a nice chunk, right? You need to have some willpower, and that's fine. And the thing is, it's kind of fun to pick and choose, right? If you get every unit ever, it's not as fun. And when you pick and choose what you can get, the different accounts kind of show off what they prioritized, right? And that's kind of a nice thing. But yeah, if you make a safety net like 700 SQ, even 800 SQ, right? That means the people that are like really dedicated and they make sure they save up for that unit they really want, they actually get it. And no matter what, right? That's how it should be. And that's again how most fucking games do it now. 1,850 SQ and 100 summon tickets. Dear God. I can't even, that's crazy. That's such bad luck. This is literally not only is this a pretty new account, it's not that new in terms of time, because I don't play the account very much, but the amount of like time played in the game is very low on this account. And yeah, this is a completely, you know, noob account. Doesn't have that much stuff leveled up and skills and all that, and I've not been playing it that long, and it's never spent a penny. Didn't even do the GSSR, and it's never gonna do the GSSR. This shit's never gonna do fucking anything. Lots of people play like me. I'm sorry, that's just crazy. Loads of people play like me. Now, of course, my mindset and everything is not the majority of the FGO player base. Of course not. But there are loads of people that play the game like me. Like, who do you think most of my viewers are? I attract the kind of people that play like me, very much so. And I literally know loads of people in my real life that play exactly like me. Like you know, again, of course, I'm not like the majority of the player base, but there are plenty of people that play like me, right? Like and what's funny is there's actually loads of people on the planet that think like I do for video games. They're just not interested in gacha games generally, or mobile games and whatnot. Like a lot of people that are like big fans of like the original Ninja Gaiden series, even Dark Souls and shit like that to a degree and stuff. A lot of people approach games like I do in those fields and stuff. And some of them also happen to play things like FGO and stuff. No, dude, loads of people. What are you talking about? There's a guy that does nothing but 1 to 2 star stuff, right? Like, what are you talking? And there's that other guy that never spends SQ. Period. His whole shtick is never ever spending SQ under any circumstance. Never mind buying it. He never spends it, right? Like and then there's Ace of Hearts, and like there's plenty of fucking people that literally do what I do, and some of them take it even farther than I do, right? Like, you know, because I still am like, oh yeah, Mordred's one of my favorite characters. Of course I'm gonna level Mordred, right? But some people take it way farther than I do, and they're like, nope, fuck it. Under no circumstances am I ever using a gold, right? Like what the hell? Like it's never mind. And you gotta remember, right? There's always a group of people out there that are there's actually a lot of people like this that don't use Reddit, they don't use Discord, they don't use YouTube, right? They're not gonna post anything. They're just off in their own, you know, doing their thing, right? They usually use Reddit and stuff. They don't post anything, and they don't comment, right? And plenty of those people are also going to be, you know, enjoying using free to play stuff. And see, here's the thing. I don't know why. It's weird to me that I'm even having to explain this right now because I think I've explained this every time I've made an account. Like this account, okay? This account is literally me not like holding. The only restriction on this account is I'm not gonna like go waiver Merlin scatty spam, right? That's like the only fucking restriction on this account, and it's because they just trivialize the game too much for me, right? But let's be real, this account doesn't have waiver anyway, and it doesn't have Merlin anyway, and Merlin's limited, so it wouldn't have Merlin, and same for a caster or Torian, so I couldn't have those things if I wanted to, but this account is just me playing the game, right? It's just me playing the game. I'm not leveling all these silvers just because. I'm doing it because it's smart to do that, right? And literally anyone playing this game free-to-play, should be leveling silvers. This has nothing to do with wanting to make the game harder, easier, anything. It's just dumb because there's just no world where you're a free-to-play and you have a gold for every roll. That's never going to happen. You are never going to have, because you basically need supports, and then you need like utility and tanks and stuff like that, and then you need AoE and DPS for each slot, right? And then sometimes you need more than one. A lot of times it's good to have 2 single targets and 2 AoEs. And then as time goes on, getting more and more, right? Because some fights call for more of them, and you have different units excelling in different circumstances, and right? Like, so yeah, like for example, we got Lantoria, right? So because I've Lantoria, I don't really need to level Hector or like 3-star Romulus, right? But like this account doesn't have a good single target archer, that's gold. It literally doesn't have one, right? So like not leveling Robin would be stupid. It'd be fucking dumb, right? Like. And you're going to have a lot of slots like that. Like, I don't think this account, let me check. I don't think this account has, like, a good single target assassin either. It's missing a lot. It's missing a lot of fields here. Yeah, I don't, unless I'm blind. Yeah, it does, good God, this account has a lot of fucking casters, though. But yeah, it doesn't have a good single target assassin. So, of course, I'm going to fucking level 100 face. Right? It makes sense. Like, holy shit. And then again, like, because you have boss fights that call for multiple, units of the same thing sometimes. Let's say I had Jack. I might not level 100 face immediately, right? But I would still level 100 face because when you fight bosses like Bull of Heaven and stuff, a lot of times you need more than one single target assassin. And you may have one good golden single target assassin, you really probably don't have 2, right? So if you need to level something to back up your gold, it's probably going to be a silver or a bronze. Like you're just out of your mind if you play this game and you don't level silvers and bronze. I mean, I'm not saying this because I like them. I'm saying it because it's stupid to not do it. And it's because I've watched so many people get into this game and not level silvers and bronze, and they get destroyed. They get fucking soul crushed shit on. And then, like, the best thing that could bail them out from, like, beating Gwen or whatever is normally things like George, David, Uriel, Robin, it's those things, right? It's not, oh, level up your Edmund. Like, I saw that. It's like, this guy was stuck on Gwen, right? And he's like, maybe I should use Edmund. It's like, how is Edmund going to help here? It's like, he's AoE, not counterclassing, right? He's got this reputation as being this OP unit, but that doesn't help you at all. But Robin, that's gonna help you. Uriel, that's gonna help you. Like even, what's his name? William Tell is gonna help you. Like, Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, back on point. Lots of people like focusing on the free-to-play units. Loads of people do that. And it's not that weird. It really isn't, because it's not just about like being free-to-play friendly. That's really not what it's about. It's generally, if you focus on more free-to-play things, it makes the game more like tuned, right? Because a lot of boss fights, they tune and they try to keep like rulers. When you fight a ruler boss, you can just see it. If you can. Sometimes a ruler boss might have more health than an enemy next to them, but it's because they're the main boss. Whatever the main boss, quotations here, whatever the main boss is in a challenge quest or something, they normally will have more health. But when you compare that main boss to like an equivalent other main boss in a similar style of challenge quest or whatever, rulers just universally will just end up with less health than other classes. And it's because they know some people are not going to have like an Avenger, right? And so their best bet is going to be maybe a Berserker, but Berserkers die a lot faster, and maybe they don't have a good Berserker, so they have to do the whole take half damage thing. So they generally make rulers, kind of scaled with that in mind, right? And so, but if you've got LOL Jalter, right, and then Merlin and Waver, it's not going to feel very tuned, right? It's not going to feel like if you fight a Lancer boss, or really like, or Lee, like Assassin Lee, right? It's not gonna feel that. A boss that's supposed to be equivalent to Assassin Lee for Ruler, if you fight with an Avenger, is going to be easier than if you fought Lee with a caster, right? It's going to be that way. And that goes for a lot of things. What they're expecting from your supports, what they're expecting from, you know, your average DPS. They're not expecting you to 3-turn everything. The game is just not balanced like that. It isn't. I don't know why people act like otherwise. Like, it's obvious most challenge quests and stuff are not designed for this. When you 3-turn them, you trivialize them, right? And so when you do things, you know, very free-to-play friendly, it kind of forces you to keep it legit, you know. And that's why, like, a lot of so many dark. It's not like there's one guy that plays Dark Souls and like doesn't use a shield, or tries to keep his soul level down, or tries to, you know, not even level, or what. So many people play Dark Souls and try to keep it, you know, keep it tuned, keep it where they're not trivializing the content, right? It's so common. Of course, there's more people that don't play it that way, but this is not a rare mindset. Green Man ain't that big of a diamond in the rough here, right? Like, there's a lot of fucking people like me. There really is. I think why it's like I'm an oddity in FGO is just because a lot of the people that think like I do don't play FGO, and the ones that do got into it later, and then because the way YouTube and everything is, you know, you kind of have to already be famous to get famous, and so a lot of them just aren't known. But like, I'm not rare in the slightest. Like, I'm not common, of course not, but I'm not. This is not a rare mindset to try to, you know, dial things in a little bit and, you know, keep it free to play or whatever. Like, my God, you go to YouTube and just type in FGO free to play, you know, boss or challenge quests or whatever. I mean, there's so many people that do that stuff. What are some decent free options that work with Caster or Toria? Got her in GSSR now, and she's and Achilles are my only 5 stars I have. I mean, literally, this sounds like a dumb thing to say, but I'm serious. Literally any art DPS. It's just like, anything that is an art in P is going to work very well with her because she's so universal like that. Now, like, standout stuff, so for boss killing, you know, Robin, Ricky Boy, 100 Face, what am I forgetting here? I'm sure I'm forgetting someone else, but those are some real standout ones there. For AoE, what is some standout ones for AoE? Ben K, oh god. Not Ben K. What are some? I guess Qin Gong. Honestly, at Qin Gong, Hohenheim, because Hohenheim's useful anyway. I wouldn't like rush to level Hohenheim, but like he can be a thing. Jason, I guess. What are some other DPS art that's like AoE? But yeah, Jason's definitely one for farming. But yeah, it kind of depends what you're looking for. Like, if you're looking for boss killing or farming, it kind of changes things. But yeah, art stuff. I know it's like a generic answer, but literally art stuff. Even Geronimo, I'm serious. Literally Geronimo can work with Caster or Toria just fine. But yeah, it depends on what you got. You know, I don't know what your 4 stars are. Like, yeah, if you got Saber Nero, then, you know, that's a really good one. But yeah, it kind of depends on what you got. Yeah, Antonio's a good one. What stage am I doing right now? I guess this is main story. Because yeah, she's such a generic, like, even if you're not using an art team, she's good even if it's not an art team, because she still gives you a big attack up, a lot of battery, right? So, really, just the staples of anything, right? The staples of AoE and single target are all good with her, and the art ones are even better. That's the way to look at it. You know, combining her with any staple for, you know, single target or AoE will always be good, and if they're art, even better. And not to sell out too hard, but I have a tier list for 1 to 4 stars that's more aimed at actually explaining how each unit plays and what they're good at, and not so much aimed at the tier list thing. So if you want to know which you know, free units work with Caster or Toria, you'll definitely get the information out of that. But yeah, all right, let's see, what are we doing here? Dude, Max Failure is just such a good name for an ult account, dude. Got a real bad cough, guys. Let's double a Rosh. Wait, this is fuck. That's my Rosh that I gave a Guts CE to. That's not. No, you know what? We're doing it anyways. Let's see what happens here. We'll get. God, this is not a good idea what I'm doing right now, but we're doing it anyway. Okay. Get Qin Gong in here. Just switch Mystic Code, and then in case of emergency, we'll have Robin in the back. So we're not getting Bond and some of the people we wanted to get Bond with, but oh well. Let's try to not use bonus CEs because spicy meatball. Who has K-scope? Actually, let's do it this way. It is funny though, especially because at a fairly young age I realized I was a bit abnormal and I wasn't exactly typical in the way like what I valued in video games or reading or whatever, but it is funny because from my perspective, you know, my life and the people that like know me very well, because some people are just like acquaintances, right? But there are some people in my life that know me very well, you know, like my brother, for example. Right? It's been like the normalest thing ever that like, you know, I like not trivializing content in video games, right? Or I like, you know, figuring things out how they work, you know, mechanically, and I like, you know, I like grunts and things a lot. Like when I watched like Gundam Wing when I was a kid with like my brother, you know, I liked the Leos, right? The grunts, right? You know, these things are so normal to me and have always been normal to me, and everyone around me is always used to, you know, me liking those things. It's not weird. But I'm telling you, I've met people like I remember this was like 6 years ago now or something. But I was watching like a show with somebody, and they asked me what my favorite character was, and I picked a pretty obscure minor character, but legitimately they were really interesting, and like they were like in the black market or something. I don't even remember. But anyway, they thought I was trolling, and I like wasn't taking the question seriously, and I was like, no, that's just the character I thought was the most interesting, right? And like with FGO, you know, I run into a lot of people that think I'm just like insane because, you know, I don't use Merlin all the time or Waver all the time, or because I have golds and I don't use them, or because, you know, I don't want to trivialize a boss, or I want to figure out a boss mechanically, you know, before moving on or whatever, right? But to like me, it's just like, of course that's what I do, right? And again, I've met, you know, loads of other people that are like me, but, you know, it was weird. You know, it's always strange when you kind of get exposed to like a lot more people, and then they think you're insane or so weird or whatever, when to you, it's like, yeah, this is normal, right? It's not like I'm not like eating bugs here, guys. Like it's not that crazy. Do I throw my heal out right now? Fucking boss got a lot of health here. Kind of a waste of a heal here. What's funny is, Leonidas is gonna be a pretty damn handy grail target anyway. There's some pretty tough bosses out there that Leonidas is really, turned around. Why is, holy shit, this guy has, he either just hits unbelievably hard or he has some kind of gimmick to not respect the class affinity. Like he's still being a berserker or something. Because with the defense ups, he just absolutely decked Arash and the Schnoz there. Like, what the hell? And now we have Buster down, so Stella's not as good. That feels bad, man. I want to save Hans's NP if I can, because it overcharges Stella, right? And that's really good. Dude, and like, what's that? King Potato Chips, one of the most budget setups. And the thing is, when you say budget setup, the reason that's applicable is because it's easy to mimic, right? And it's like the theory behind the team is applicable even to someone that doesn't have Waver or doesn't have Merlin or doesn't happen to have some super rare DPS or whatever, you know? Everyone's got rare shit. Everyone's got rare, powerful shit. And knowing how to, you know, when those things are applicable and how you can, like, best use them is important, of course. But a budget setup is good because it kind of gives you a framework that anybody can generally mimic. And so, like, you know, King Potato Chips, one of there's several ways you can like really abuse Leonidas in that fight, right? And just have him taunt so much that it makes the stall aspect of it way easier, right? Like that's really useful because a lot of people struggle with understanding that boss fight and stuff. But yeah, there's this is something over the years I've just noticed. A lot of times when there's wonky out of the box challenge quests that are really tripping people up, a lot of times one of the better budget options is Leonidas. Like some certain styles of fight that really trip people up, a lot of times Leonidas is very useful for. I feel like if I don't have Hans use his NP, there's just a really good chance that Hans is going to die. Also, landing the defense up right now would be very helpful. I guess his attack stat is just bananas, dude. And maybe he crit too. That is... Jesus, though, that's a hell of an attack stat. They had double defense up too. Well, I guess the front Arash didn't, but I would love to get one more turn out of him. Could you attack the middle Arash? That would be swell. I want to at least get one more turn out of him. Surely he'll totally live, right? Watch him fucking crit me. Okay, we're good. Oh look, he's got 3 actions per turn. Okay, let's see. This buster down now. Don't worry, Asclepius can totally clear it. Although I'm not sure this is the time for that, but we'll see. The bad thing about killing Arash is it means that the attacks are going to be more focused on the other 2 units. I think I will do this. If I can break right now, that would be ideal. Do I overcharge him? It's a waste of the heal. How much faith do I have in them breaking without... I mean, he's counterclassing. He's got attack up. Yeah, I guess it could NP and give him guts. That's true, but I don't think that's gonna save him long enough to matter. If I almost... Oh shit, I should have done it. No, that was a lot less damage than I was thinking. Fuck! Okay, yep, should have done it. Because the extra... Yep, the extra overcharge would have been enough there. Because the overcharge is a big boost. Oh my god. I thought he was gonna break. I thought he was gonna break, but he did not do that. Okay. Mainly doing that for the attack down. Dude, he's like 6 sabers in one. You son of a bitch. If I'm skill sealed now, I can't use my evade to survive the NP. And I can't do Chin Gong's. You motherfucker. Now I can't do Chin Gong's buster up to Arash. What a dick. We're still gonna win because Robin's amazing, but like that, so much missing value right now, dude. That's painful. Like, why is Chin Gong even here? Only to suffer. It's like, he didn't do anything. Yeah, that buster up would have been pretty swell there. Yeah, Arash guarded the NPC, yeah. They seem to like that gimmick on him, because in Lost Belt 3, he's got stuff relevant to that as well. That seems to just... does he have something in lore for that? I don't remember. I need to read his character material book again. That wouldn't surprise me. A lot of times when they're just lacking something gameplay-wise, but they have it like in canon, they make it a gimmick like all the time. I've seen that with several servers in the past. Let's see, Robin is not... Don't you I don't know what that was. Oh, that was Buster. That was Buster. Damn, we're good. He only does on the break, so we're fine. Yeah, we're totally good here, because Robin's strong lad. We could have gotten so much more value out of this team, though. Like, Qingong did nothing, Asclepius did not do much. Could have been a lot better. You really should have a command spell to apply evade, though. That's actually accurate, more accurate. Kind of cool to do that. Oh, wow. I think we just win right now. Okay. Rip. Dude, I have gotten... I record weird things, okay? I record weird things, right? Like, I have, you know, Zeus's voice lines and Canis's enemy voice lines and stuff like that. I've got these, like, cool, like, gear clock, internal clock sound effects. And I've been looking for a stage where I could, like, use them. And I've got them where they can, like, loop for a long time. And this background here is perfect, right? It's perfect. But the last time they used this stage for, like, a serious boss fight, it was like the Da Vinci AI thing, but I didn't have the sound effects back then, and they've never used this background for anything serious again. So weird sound things. Thank you. I don't even have a video camera, honestly. Like in real life, I don't have a way to do it. I guess I have a phone though. I guess anybody can record things. I guess who the fuck buys a camera anymore? Wait, do I have to? Yeah, oh god. We'll just put that in the back. Kinda want George though. Do that. And then, yeah. There we go. She looks mighty eatable. Yeah, Qingong. Just like phones, cameras are getting better and better and better, and they're already at the point where it's kind of crazy. You know, for like professional films and stuff, they still don't use something like that, but it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna be able to get literally any quality of like recording you want on a very small device. So. Those are totally not lightsabers, guys. They're energy katanas. Totally different. The intro to this song is so slow. I just skipped a minute into the song, and you can still barely hear anything. I'm gonna do his NP to just bar chain. Although, I do not want to land the defense up on George. She has some kind of damage reduction too. Might be one of those fights where you have to just last a certain amount of time, or you have to hit her with space star to get rid of it. Let's hope not. They've made fights like that before though. It's funny, I did this event last year, but I don't fucking remember it, so. Well, did not land the attack up, that sucks. I wish I could turn that defense up on George and do an attack up on Robin. Oh man, I wish this account had double, I wish it had a salami. You could totally do a salami doorman setup here. But this account is no way of doing it. I love cheesing fights like this where you're not supposed to kill them, but you can. Because 400k on salami is nothing. It's nothing. But sadly, this account doesn't really have the means to do that kind of thing. Man, man, that sucks. This looks like it's the one that you... I bet you when she MPs it ends or something. Because yeah, 500k is pretty easy to do with the dot setup. You could do it with all dot types. You could do it with Curse Burn or Poison. Hopefully George will die this turn now. wonder how much flat damage this account could do, because it's got covering fire, and it's got a few dot command codes, and Robin and stuff. It definitely couldn't do 500k, but I wonder how much it could do. I'm assuming you only have until she NPs, and that's probably that. I think we want the debuff resistance right now because of the stun. Give it to, it doesn't really matter. The debuff clear is not gonna really matter. Yeah, I guess I'll give it to Asclepius so he can clear from other people. That makes sense. Sadly, the skill's not at 10, so it's not actually guaranteed to resist it, but, oh well.
少しばかり誇張して書いてやる。よく聞くぞ。仕込みは上々。動くな。寝てな。すり抜けるぜ。
そこまで。私に
Didn't guard it! Asclepius, please! On the last turn, I was gonna be all like, you know, we'll overcharge Robin's thing and blah 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 blah. God damn it. Man, I was gonna style there. But no, Asclepius didn't guard the stun, so can't clear it from Robin. That's unfortunate. I could have done his NP last turn and just given us debuff immunity. But I was trying to save it. But that would have been the guaranteed way to not get stunned. Because then we could have cast evade and stuff too, and hardly anyone would have died here. And actually we'd have guts too, so no one would have died actually. Alright. Let me get water real quick. I'm parched. Bonk. They're fine. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, they generally buff things based on like what's thematic and not what makes sense, so it is what it is. I don't really agree with that, and if they wanted to do both, that would be fine, but I think they absolutely need to do more things under the hood, just cause. Like how a lot of other games will just buff or nerf things and change things, just not because it's relevant to an event or something, but or a holiday or anything. It's just because the game needs it, right? Like, I don't know, giving Medea actual damage would be pretty good. I tell you though, it certainly does not take long to get through these missions. And I kind of remember it being like that last year. Like, honestly, pacing-wise, I don't really mind this event at all. What I mind is, like, how badly tuned, like, the second challenge quest is, and then how, like, meh the first challenge quest is, and
その
the theme of it, you know, all the space rainbow shit is just not
君はもともと
that great.
マスターである
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna need to farm a lot of the hair stuff. Like, Jesus. Yeah, Medea definitely needs a buff in my opinion. It's not even because of how good she is, it's because the game needs a free-to-play single-target caster. Like, very much so. It's honestly ludicrous that they don't have one. They have every other role covered except that. And there's just no reason for it to be like that. And yeah, other units loop better than she does, so it's like, who even cares? Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap up there actually. I know it's kind of underwhelming, but we're kind of at a spot where we just have to farm a bunch. And I'd rather do that off stream. And I am pretty fatigued today and everything, so I need to not push myself too much right now. But we should be able to stream tomorrow. I might use tomorrow to make some videos or something though. I haven't made a lot of videos in a while, so I might do that, but we'll see. But yeah, kind of just a chill day, not too much going on. But I guess once we're done with this event, maybe we'll do CCC on this account, and then hopefully we'll be ready for 5-2 by then. But we'll see. Might need to get some XP embers and whatnot. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. It's been nice just chilling and chatting and whatnot. Let's see. I would probably do a bonus stream today, but because I need to farm on my main, I probably shouldn't. I'm really behind on my main account. I need to get that sorted. Let's raid somebody. What do we got here? Not a lot of people playing FGO right now, which is kind of the way of it. Not the biggest game on Twitch, but let's see here. I'm gonna find someone that's doing something interesting here. Mostly farm spamming, which, you know, that's kind of what one would expect. I'll just raid Kadroth, because, you know, I know he's a good streamer, and I don't want to risk streaming, you know, raiding someone right now that's gonna... I don't really recognize anybody streaming right now, so I was like, we'll just go with Kadroth. He's a cool guy. Alright, boys, I'll hopefully see y'all tomorrow. Take it easy. I'm gonna go get me some dinner. Yeah, soon. We'll play that soon. I would play that tonight, but like I gotta catch up a bit. But yeah, we'll do that soon. All right, later, everybody.